welcome to Roll Call, where 5 white Yorkshiremen play Dungeons and Dragons, because that's a really rare thing on the internet. Tonight we are brought to you, as usual, by LD3D for your printing needs, 3D printing, fancy glossary printing in Yorkshire. If you've got things to print, then yeah, use LD3D. What are you going to print? You're going to take it to the library? Yeah, library. I'd like you to print these miniatures. No, it's not going to happen. Your librarian's going to look at you. It's going to look at you so weird. We are also sponsored tonight by Dungeon Fog.
Woo, Dungeon Fog!
Got their brochure here, and I've been flicking through it while we've been doing our prep, and it is real nice. So they they allow you to create custom RPG maps. It has apparently never been easier. It allows you to focus on your story while creating marvelous maps for your adventures. They've got settings in fantasy, sci-fi, Victorian horror, and the modern age. It also supports uploading your own assets and offers additional cloud storage. The maps are, is that good enough? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a real nice map. It's a real nice map. And as someone who uses, in other games, a lot of maps, and that is something, and it's very, sorry, I should also say it's very reasonably priced. Like, we're talking €50, which is maybe £60? I can't know what. I don't know what it is. Yeah, yeah.
Have you mentioned it's never been easy?
Oh, wait. Is it though?
Yes, it is.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a really good service. So that's dungeonfog.com, and I will probably be checking them out. And then when we get to maps, there'll be some maps. But yes. Also today, unfortunately, one of our adventurers couldn't join us today. She's not feeling well. She's under the weather.
Yeah.
But she will be back next time. However, we are joined by another one of our adventurers who couldn't make it last time. That is Ben. I'm not going to ask Ben to introduce his character yet, because we can do that in media res, which is a fancy way of saying during the game. I think that's it. Mike, any other?
No, you pretty much.
Yeah, I think we've covered everything. Yeah. So a bit of a recap, since it has been a little bit of time. The group found themselves a series of disparate wanderers, irate mechanics, and pacifist orcs coming together in the town of Redcliffe Falls. After some slight debate, some back and forth, a bit of confusion about whose job it was to fix things. There was a orc attack. Orcs riding a motorbike-style tricycle warg, I believe is the. Let me just check my thing. Yep. And a group of orcs mounted on giant hyenas seemingly attacked the town and made off with the payroll for the mines, for Redcliffe Fall mines. Although able to defend themselves barely, the group also drew the attention of the local sheriff, whose name is Ranulph Machino, and eventually it was brought in front of the owner of the mine and the Lord of Redcliffe, Harold Ernest Calthorne II. There they were given the offer to essentially go and get the gold, go and get the payslips back, and he will reward them generously. Not perhaps as generously as they originally asked for, but pretty good. We left them as they were running back down the Red Cliff in order to bury the second hyena that our orcish hero Grook had forgotten was there the first time. We're not going to pick up there immediately though. We're going to pick up in a darkened room as a slow loading screen reaches 100% and vision slowly returns to you, guard. Your vision slowly flickers through its presets, night vision, infrared, which is kind of a grainy black and white for some reason. You're not sure why that's a feature. Drama focus. Yeah. And finally comes back to normal, slowly increasing to low light vision to allow you to see around this darkened room. It seems to be a simple wooden shed, not too big. You also feel as though you're lying not on the ground but on like a wooden platform. you do a quick systems diagnostic. You find yourself untampered with and fully repaired. What do you do?
I sort of set it up. Not really trusting my internal systems after so long, but just go through the motions of making sure that every joint is still.
You're running a quick systems diagnostic.
Yep.
Okay, you run a quick systems diagnostic. You feel your mechanical digits twitch as you command them. You check all your internal systems; they all seem to be working as appropriate. You check your chronometer, and it seems that around a day and a half maybe has passed since the altercation by the downed bullet land tank. If you want to see that episode, we may publish it later on. It's a bit of a prequel. So yes, it's been about a day and a half. You're in a darkened shed. Roll me a quick perception check, please.
Okay.
Is perception a skill in this game?
It is. Yeah.
Sorry, I've been playing a lot of different systems, and it's very difficult to sometimes remember what look around is called.
That would be a 22.
22 is easily enough. So you look around and you can see that it appears to be some sort of tool or work shed. There's a fairly heavy door. If anything, the door is perhaps a little bit heavier than the rest of the building around it. There's also a large, chunky shape in the middle of the shed, covered in a heavy kind of waterproof tarp.
I'm going to first try and use, try and find something, some like loose debris or something, to try and poke at the door and see if it's unlocked. Or
Okay, so you pick, there's a spanner, a long spanner at the edge. You pick it up and you start to poke at the door. Roll a quick dexterity check for me.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, door's fine. It's not trapped. You tap it easily enough with your spanner. Not a problem. But it is locked. It would appear to be padlocked from the outside. But there is a lock on the inside, a bolt lock, a couple of bolt locks that are unbolted.
Okay. I want to check what's under this tarpaulin.
Okay. You have a look under the tarpaulin. You see a heavy, essentially a hauler vehicle. What you know, actually, with your history in the war, to be a mule, not troops transport, what's the word? A mule good hauler, basically. Sort of a combination between a pickup but it's the back wheels are caterpillar tracks.
Okay.
You know that it's got a decent ton of speed. It's a fairly old model, but very reliable. You do know that it was part of the Republic. It's a Republic design. But regardless of that, a fairly decent kind of all-round, a heavy goods vehicle basically. There doesn't seem to be anything particular about it, but make a quick investigation check. Yeah, go on.
Okay. 7.
7. Yeah, it's in good nick. It's a decent. Yeah, it's a vehicle.
I found this vehicle.
Yeah. So that's what you get from that.
I look at the door, that seems heavier than everything else, and blocked from the outside. And then I look at one of the wooden walls.
Okay.
And then I want to start turning the mule towards one of the walls.
Okay. Make
with it.
make an athletic. No. You don't make a straight stroke check. I think this is a straight stroke check.
15.
15. Okay. So you begin to slowly. The shed is big enough that you can sort of rotate it. So you begin to slowly turn that. Now we go back to you three and Phalor heading down the roads down to regular fall. Grook slightly in the lead, remembering that he has to bury that second hyena.
In my mind, my alarm would have gone off because the machine was magically alarmed.
Indeed, yes. You have your magic alarm on it. So you, how is there a range? Is there how long it's? I think it's quite big. It's like 5 miles or something.
Yeah, 30 feet actually. So not that huge.
Oh. Oh, in which
Maybe
case, no, you are well without 30 feet. So yeah, as yet. Now, okay, so yeah, so at the moment, you are not getting any alarm. I mean, normally it wouldn't be a problem because you sleep in the office, essentially. Well, you sleep in one of the houses next door to it, so you would have the thing, but at the moment you are out of range. So yes, you guys are heading down the thing. Grook is well in the lead. You have been given the task, the orders, your marching orders, by Lord Calfrin II to get back his pay chest.
Which may have found out Brooke doesn't understand at all. He's got to bury a hyena in the door.
Grook knows that he needs to bury this hyena because he's an animal that he killed.
I've already come to a swift understanding of how Grook works. So I realise that after each event, I'll have to attempt to remind him and steer him in the right direction.
Sure.
Focus!
So you guys are heading down. Grook is slightly in the lead. What's going on? You just heading down? Are you kind of
Going straight to the
He was going.
Running after him.
okay?
My frail little body.
Rengart, any kind of any unusual action from you or?
No, I think I was chatting to Phalar as the only competent fighter.
Yeah. As the person who was able to
Yeah.
to deal with the
following the
hyenas.
ones,
Yeah, sure.
hyenas. I killed both ends.
She is she's being a little bit cold to you because you ran from the fight. Well, you dragged a unconscious robot corpse into a shed, and then just hid. If I remember correctly, you just hid.
No reason why.
So yeah, she's polite but not over enthusiastic. So it takes you about 10 minutes or so, during which time you have managed to rotate this vehicle roughly 90 degrees to point towards one of the shed walls.
And then I want to try and overclock the engine.
Okay. So first things first, you've got to try and ignite the vehicle. You've got to work out how to switch it on. So I'm going to need from you a intelligence engineering check.
Can I use my Tinker's tools?
Tinker's tools will allow you to add your proficiency bonus into it. Yes.
So, from his wrist, a set of a small port opens, and a collection of small like clippers and tongs and things like that.
Like a pocket knife, like a Swiss Army knife, kind of pops out of your. Now, question: does it kind of, as you hold it up, does it just go like, and then it kind of, or does it like?
Oh, like
how Transformers is it, or is it comedy Transformers?
Are you like Cyborg or Forge?
More like Forge.
Cool.
Okay, so it's slowly kind of. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gonna use one of the nice. So, because I am an envoy, I get double proficiency with my integrated tools.
Okay. Sorry. Just got something in my throat there.
So odd. So that would be. It's a 12.
12. Okay. So you're attempting to essentially jury rig the vehicle. Okay. I tell you what. I'm going to ask you, Rengart, to roll a engineering intelligence check as well. Again, if you want to use your tools, you can add your proficiency to it, because essentially you have built this vehicle, and therefore you built the ignition system. So it's sort of an opposed roll.
Quick question.
Yep.
I am trained both in engineering and the Tinker tools.
Yep.
So I added my double proficiency plus my intelligence from the Tinker's tool. I don't include any proficiency from the.
No. 15, and you rolled a
12 overall.
12. So you
Plus 15!
you're close, but you don't feel as though you've quite got the trick to it. You could try again.
To the best of my knowledge, I have all the time in the world.
Yeah. So you will keep going again, and you guys are slowly coming down the road that leads from. So you got to the crossroads where there is the inn in the corner. There's the mining HQ where the poor clerk was murdered. And then you are just about 20 feet or so from your main thing. Grook, you are still in the lead, heading for this hyena to bury.
It's in the yard, isn't it?
It is in the yard. It's in the
Just
parking
like
lot.
that.
So you get there. Are you just grabbing a shovel, grabbing that shovel and having at it?
Still got the same
Still grabbing that shovel. It's like, right, let's do this. Let's get to digging.
It one's like a mound as well. I can tell you very well.
Just like the top.
yes,
edge
so
of it,
yes,
and then
It's
just-
like 2 foot under for a 4 foot beast.
yeah. So you begin to dig, and Johan, the mechanic, comes out again. What is going on? What the Rencard? He's digging up the yard again. He's digging up, your friend is digging up the yard again.
At this point, my alarm will have gone before.
At this point, as you get into the yard, there is a ding 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 only in your brain.
So I'll completely ignore Johan.
Hey, what?
And
Hey,
head over towards.
hey, little guy, get back here. Hey,
Everyone's ignoring Johan.
hey, what's that? Hey, you.
Me?
Do you know the? Stop this off! Stop this off from digging my by. This is my yard. This is where I do my repairs. You know, it's a place of business. It's not a graveyard. And it's not a pet cemetery.
Keep digging, big man.
What? How dare you? You know what? I'm reporting you. You know what? I'm gonna go to Ranulph, and he's gonna say, "Oh well," because that's how he speaks. Yeah, I'm doing impressions. Well, I'm gonna shoot them, or I'm gonna arrest them, and that's How do you feel about that, huh? You want to spend the night in the pokey?
I'm just
In the
gonna
pokey?
cast thaumaturgy just to give my eyes a brief flare of red light.
Okay. Make a intimidation check with advantage, please.
Okay.
Not very intimidating.
I knew you tried this again with the
Maybe
guards last time. With
Yeah.
and it didn't go well.
What's that?
I have no idea what.
That's a natural 20!
Okay. You're dashing. Oh,
Working on the assumption that one is on the other side. So that
one
must
is
be
on the
a
other
20,
side, yeah. Okay. So he's like, I've got paperwork to do. Just make him stop. And then he heads inside. Meanwhile, Rengar, you have got to your thing. It's still locked. It's all secure.
I shall unlock it then.
Excellent. So you pop it open. Now, your shed has the 2 big kind of
Yes.
swing doors, but also a little regular door.
A
in
little
it.
door side door.
Sorry,
Do
chaps.
you undo the door side door, or are you opening the big doors?
Door side door.
Door to door. So you pop in the doors and you fling it open, and at this point there is a shaft of light as you are fiddling with the thing. Your sensors indicate there is a slight increase in heat, indicating you are now in sunlight. What do you do?
I continue to tinker.
Okay. You look across and you can see the robot man who killed all those bandits. Well, made a good effort to kill those bandits and then made
Killed most of
a
those.
series of tactical errors, meaning those bandits did not all die. Is now up and about, apparently fully repaired. Question, did you leave him with his poncho? I mean, no, his poncho was kind of destroyed by that explosion,
Yeah, it was blown up.
So he's just there in his full robotic glory.
Oh, crud!
Leaning over this thing.
Robot,
No, go.
please.
It's awake! So I've got his gun, so I will point his gun at it.
Okay. At this point, your danger sensors are going off. Like target log.
Oh no, my robot sensors. They're tingling. I turn my head slowly.
You watch as this blank face with this tiny slit for a mouth kind of just goes like mannequin style.
I'm totally going to be drawing out.
His whole body is perfectly still.
Yes.
It's just his head.
The hand's continuing to go.
Full 180.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. He turns it like a good like 720 degrees. Yeah. You don't say 720 degrees. Yeah. He just rotates it 5
Spins off, flies into
Yeah.
the
Sure.
air.
No. He
I
rotates
like
it.
it too.
He rotates it way past where a head should go, and just looks at you with no eyes. There's blank, like just blank. Is it wood? Is it metal?
It's metal.
Yeah.
It's almost like the impression of eyes. Like you can see where the sockets.
There's the
would be.
hollowness where the eyes are, but there's just like a terrifying mannequin made of steel. Yeah, just looks at you.
That's mighty dangerous.
What, this or that? That's really dangerous. You back away from that right now, metal man.
Interesting.
I'm warning you.
I'm warning you.
You don't make a quick perception check.
Okay.
I want to see if you notice this confrontation. I know you're mostly watching Grook just because. I mean, Grook's not. I'm assuming
I'm trying
Grook's
to
not
make sure
even.
you wander
Like
off.
he's like, nope, digging this pit, digging this
One thing at a
grave.
time, one thing at a time.
13.
13.
Not got
Yeah, that is enough to you realise that the dwarf has pulled a gun, and this gun is huge. This gun is like this big, and dwarves have big meaty fists. It's not that big. It's not a it's not a rifle. It's a pistol, but it's a hand cannon. That's too small. Yeah. Somewhere between those two is the gun. and he's kind of shaking it, saying, it's you get away from that thing, pointing it into the shed
step
that
up
you know
next
he
to
fled
it.
into. Okay.
Have a look.
You see this tiefling dressed in kind of dark green robes, is it? It's kind of a
Yeah, it's actually a rather nice finery over my leather armour with my big foppish hat.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Did
That's
you
right.
see each other at the confrontation at the land time?
He wasn't there. Yeah. And you see a Warforged, what looks like a mannequin bred for war, kind of poised over what you know to be a mule goods transport.
Everything about this is bad.
Now you look at the creature's face, this mechanical man's face, and you realise it must be a very old model. It doesn't have the more human features that were added in the later editions to make them less weird. Yeah. To make them more, easier to command and stuff like that. It's just got this blank face with a tiny slit through its mouth to allow it to repeat orders and things like that and speak. It's looking at the dwarf while it continues to fiddle with the vehicle. Can you make another test? And you've got to be a 15 now. We've got the thing.
25.
Okay. At this point, the vehicle, you hear your mule just go, and you also hear that noise, from the side. You watch as the undercarriage of the vehicle starts to light up in a very dull kind of a red glow. You recognise
cower instinctively.
Is the dragon breath engines starting up.
I'll tell you the same thing I told my son. You fire that thing, you'll break your wrist, and I'm not going to look after you.
What the hell are you talking about? You can't have a son. You're made of metal.
And go.
And you just accelerate.
Yes.
Okay.
PvP.
Okay. Can you please roll me a d20?
Roll it well.
Just a 3.
Just a 3. It's a good thing the DC was real low. Yeah, because the AC is. Okay. So, because you're not in the vehicle, you're kind of switching over it. You've sort of just gone like, and the vehicle lurches 15 feet forwards. Unfortunately, the wall of the thing is right in front of it, so it just kind of smashes through, and this. And then it stops because as it gets out of your region, you're not able to
the thing is still
hold the hole.
retracts.
And it's now sitting. You watch it explode out, and there's a moment where Johan kind of bursts out. What is that? Oh, I'm out of here! And it goes back inside. It's like, nope, this is not for me. Nope. So he heads back inside, and yes, you are now standing. There's kind of lights pouring through the broken section. Bits of wood kind of flickering down as you kind of stand up, and your tools kind of
Does
ticking.
it come out of the walls of the yard?
Yes, but on the other side so all you've heard is a big crash. It's not come out of your side.
And the engine turned off.
At that point, it's kind of just like it's purring. You recognise that noise.
I know that noise,
You're very familiar with these vehicles.
Yeah.
So everyone is brutally aware of the impact of this kind of thing. Yeah, please do. So, what happened then?
Do something.
Is the door open?
What do you mean, do something?
The door is open. Yeah.
You don't have to do something. You fought the orcs, didn't you?
I'm just making
I got-
to walk out the hole.
Maybe one more spell left in me and then I'm done.
So the robot man starts pacing towards the vehicle.
No, stop.
You'll hurt yourself more than you'll hurt me.
Tiffany tries to get in the way. No, please stop.
Warforged.
Yes.
Please state your current objective.
I want to go home.
It's a good idea. Yes, go home. You go home. Wow.
I want to go home and find my bow, and then come back and get my gun.
Maybe you don't have to come back to get your gun. Maybe you could just have it. Just leave that alone. Don't break any more of my stuff.
Fair.
How do I know he's not going to shoot us?
Well, you don't.
Make an insight check. And would you like to?
I will make a check.
Either roll a persuasion or a deception check. But don't tell me what you're rolling.
So you just roll.
Just let me know if it's a
All
persuasion. Just let me know the score.
15.
3.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask, were you lying or are you telling the truth?
I will shoot him.
Okay, he's telling the truth. Although it's very hard to tell since he's just like a blank face.
You realise the gun is still facing me. I couldn't shoot you right. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Put it towards him. Okay. It's like, oh, sorry. Okay.
No, we could use a guy like that.
I have a very important question. Who shot me with a tank?
And you hear who shot you in dulcet robotic tones. Who shot me with a tank? Yeah.
I just chuckled to myself as like, I remember.
And then you keep digging. Okay, excellent.
You were shot with a tank?
Yes.
Oh, you're looking very well for it.
Thank you.
It wasn't either of us.
Okay.
Where was this tank?
It was just out in the wilderness. It's where Grook comes from. It was his house.
Whereabouts in the wilderness?
A few miles out. Why?
Could you find it again?
Well, yeah.
It
Grook's
wasn't.
house.
It
My house.
wasn't a functioning tank.
That's not. I don't care. I don't want a
It's
functioning tank.
functioning.
Why wouldn't you want a functioning tank?
I just want to know where it is.
Yeah, we can get there again. I really. Where Grook seems to be living.
Why were you at this tank?
Yeah, where were you at that time?
My own business.
No, I have a line of questioning.
Fine. You are a very strange one.
I shall
The
point
halls,
out
isn't it?
you're looking at a well-dressed tiefling.
Also,
All you
very
flashbacks
slight.
look the
Yeah,
same.
yeah, very skinny, very well-dressed tiefling.
I was there to help my son.
How could you have a son? Your wiring is clearly crossed.
That's
You're
not
being-
part of my questioning.
It's part of my questioning.
Do you live in town?
Yes, regrettably. It's just. No, I'm not really sorry.
You look around and you realise you are in the centre of Redcliffe Falls. You have been here before.
It's
Not
been a while
often.
since they've tried to lock me up here.
Yeah, not often. Leo usually comes in.
Is your son near this tank?
No.
Oh.
My son's at home.
Okay, but is your home near this tank?
Make a quick perception check, please.
22.
22, okay. And now can you also make a quick survival check, please?
Not 22.
Not 22.
But 11.
11, okay. So, your survival tells you that you were about a mile or so from your home, roughly. Your perception tells you that there are a lot of people in the town. There's a lot of kind of milling around, a lot of kind of like bustling and hustle. A lot more. It seems to be like maybe most of the town is actually just outside, which is weird. Not a lot of kind of the miners and stuff because they're obviously still working, but the ladies of the evening are out there. The barman's out there. People you normally see like inside are outside, which is odd. And there seems to be some sort of commotion.
About a mile or so. Why are you all quaking with fear?
I'm not digging.
Because.
Do we hear that? Do we hear that?
What?
Is that in character?
No, I don't think I can quite hear. I could hear him complaining about a tank.
Yeah.
I think I'm finishing up just about. Though.
Yeah, I think by now you've dug the hole.
Yeah.
You pushed the hyena into it.
I'm
Have you
just-
said no question? Do you say a little prayer?
No, it's not. It's just
You've put him back to the earth from whence it came.
just can't see it.
It's done. I'm not. My guilt is buried.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's done. Got to do the one about this.
Super healthy attitude. Okay.
Right.
So you're just about finished. You stand up, you look around, and think, "There's no one here."
An awful my thought. I start wondering now.
Okay. So you start.
Done.
Yeah. You guys hear a. You know what? Make a quick perception check. Yeah. Let's see if you do.
Oh.
Including you, Ward. Yeah, please. No, sorry, guard.
Garth.
You're not a warden. You're a guardian. Yeah, guard.
No, G-A-T-H.
Yeah.
Guard.
As in, if you're gonna skew in a bit.
15.
15?
9.
14.
Okay, so you two hear a clang, which you recognise as a spade hitting the ground, and then you hear some stomps. You also hear the spade and the stomps, but you've nothing to really connect it, other than there is another person who's maybe just dropped something. Still just staring at each other. Hostile.
What?
Could you take me to this tank?
Yes.
Why do you want to lead him back to a weapon? You don't give a weapon another weapon.
Yes,
You
that
just
would
gave him
be
a weapon.
silly.
Gotcha. What do you want with the tank? It's just scrap metal.
I just want to be where it is. I'm not interested in the tank itself. Just its location.
It's on the way back to my farm. I can walk with you.
You don't have a farm. You can't have a farm. You're a piece of metal. You're a killing machine.
Yes, legally my son owns a farm.
I'm a little bit frustrated as to how I can coordinate this because I'm aware we have to go somewhere else, but I really want him to take me to this tank.
Sure.
So I'm going to turn and look for the half-orc.
Look for the half-orc. You look around for the half-orc. You look towards the grave where you know he was digging. There is now a small pile of dirt, a shovel just left on the ground, and no half-orc. Zero half-orc. The space is there isn't even a quarter orc. There is no orc there at all.
fraction
Where have you gone, Grook?
exists in that place.
So Grook, you hear hello, Grook, where have you gone? And you
And all back. Hey! Over here! And then
Run out into the street.
So you guys went out. You run into the street.
I follow because I have to show him where this tank is.
You're following apparently, and the dwarf.
You can't lead him back to the tank.
I warn you, your vehicle is still kind of.
Yes, yeah. So I start to turn to rear after them, realise my vehicle's there, run back to my vehicle, switch it off,
Yeah.
grind my tarpaulin and put it over, and then do all my medical.
Okay.
I somehow lock the tarpaulin.
Oh, you do the. It's the alarm spot. It's the silver thread, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
How long does that take to cast? It's 10 minutes, isn't it?
Probably is something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
get the silver thread out.
you start to you're like. Okay. While you are kind of. No, you're still walking. You're waiting for
I'm
them?
still walking.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
kind of jog along. I'm assuming you're.
I'll run
Terminator
after him.
walking
Still
behind
shouting
him.
Shouting his name.
Yeah.
I'll use thaumaturgy to make my voice louder to get his attention.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know you're there.
So as you're shouting, Grook, Grook,
Grook, stop!
the,
What?
all
We
the
haven't
kind of
been
all the
to
all the
Yeah,
townsfolk start
No,
to
everything
turn
to you
around.
first.
Yeah. What?
We have to go and get the box from the hyena guys.
And he sort of closes down.
Hey, it's one of them orcs,
Who?
says the townfolk.
No, I'm a robot.
And he's got a robot with him, says another guy.
Everybody just relax.
And you realise that you are having this discussion, and by shouting so loud, you've attracted attention to Grook. And a group of townsfolk are starting to converge. Not perhaps converge is the wrong shape. You're sort of looking at a proto-mob. Okay? It's the shape. It's a group of
Shape of
people
a mob
who
to come.
are angry and upset, and they don't really know what's going on. And now it appears that two strangers are in their midst, and a third person that maybe they don't like the look of.
Ooh.
Wait, which of us is that?
I feel like I'm not a stranger.
You're not the stranger. There are two
They don't like the
strangers.
look of you.
There's one person they don't like the look of, and one of them sort of looks like the people who just sort of murdered one of their guys and kind of attacked their town. And there's a bit of a
Didn't I kill like
hostile
4
vibe that's going on now.
He doesn't pick up on that. Wait, I've got a high wisdom score. Can I
Well,
take
high
some
wisdom
stuff?
means that you would pick up
Yeah.
on their hostility. You would be aware of it. If you would like to roll for it,
What in which check?
I'm going to say it is a insight. Yeah.
12.
12. Okay, yeah. There's the hostility is not that naked, not that hidden yet. There's
Yeah.
you get a bad vibe. There's a bad vibe going There are people. You feel as though this picture is missing
Yeah,
pitfalls.
I remember this feeling
Yeah.
from when it was a bad time in the road gang.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I take
Well, maybe they came back
take
from a.
tea leaf's hand, tea thing's hand, like my mum used to do to me.
So you're like,
"First you gotta go now."
So are you looking after him?
No.
You're looking after him,
No.
are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm
No, we
taking
can't
it
go.
on. Gotta
We gotta
go.
Make a quick strength check. A competitive strength check.
Okay.
Oh.
Score.
Oh wow, 17.
Well,
Your total score is 5.
yeah.
Okay, so you're able to like,
Oh,
no, that's not the right thing. As this mob kind of, you know what? I think they probably did it. You know, that robot man. Yes. I bet he was into it. He was in on the whole thing. Yes, these damn, these damn republics and these damn kingdom coming into the zone.
No,
And then-
please continue.
And then there is a. No, do you set? Is that your
Yeah.
character? Okay. There is a noise that says, "Hey, hey! What the? Question. Sorry, question to Spike, not to Tanis. Can I swear?
We swore last time.
It is in character,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes.
Yes, excellent.
You may swear.
What the heck is going on?
Are we after the watershed?
No.
We're after the watershed. No, we're not after the watershed.
We're on the
Okay.
internet.
The internet, doesn't matter.
We're on the internet.
He
Fucking
can
doesn't
swear,
matter.
but
Should
shouldn't.
I swear? Well, the character would, so yes. What the fuck do you think you're doing? And a black skinned tiefling steps in front of the thing, and we're talking kind of charcoal, like just pure black.
Like a mum's play.
With say again?
Like a mum's play, guys.
I don't know that.
Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry.
I know you mean.
His horns kind of slowly. It's a with his like big round set horns, and he steps in front. He's wearing kind of a like a very kind of utilitarian waistcoat, some standard pants, and he says, "Hey, just let's simmer down, huh? Yeah, they may look weird,
Oi.
but do you really think they're involved in this attack? If they're involved in this attack, they're left. Strangers don't stick around. And hey, look, they're walking from Johan's place. You think Johan was in this attack? You think Johan is smart enough to be involved in such a criminal enterprise?" And there's a pause as it's a bit of a muttering, and then you hear, "I think he's right." And you kind of look over and you see the half-elf. Let me remind myself. Yes, the half-elf madam that you guys met previously in the bar. You also recognise the tiefling as the barman who had served you previously. You look over and you see her kind of sort of like operating she's sort of puppeteering the crowd at this point in time. You see her look around and you see there's various women of negotiable affections kind of scattered around the crowd, and they're saying, "Oh yes, well I don't think I don't think they would do this kind of thing." There's a bit of a kind of a slow muttering. The crowd is slowly kind of losing their momentum. It says, "Besides, I served them before the attack happened. Now, would people involved in such an attack bring themselves to attention to me? Huh? Would they make people aware that they were here?"
They might do.
Yeah, it would make a good.
Because I think.
Do you also say you might make a good cover? Can you both please make a persuasion check?
Roll the 4.
8.
Is that total? Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, your attempts to
I don't think.
to indicate yourselves
I
in
don't-
crime
Yeah, I don't get he's talking about it.
have failed as the crowd slowly dispersed, and the barman turns to you and says, "Maybe don't draw too much attention to your friends. Like, this is a mostly human town."
What species is?
Yeah,
I found it.
It is. but that's how it works. And hey, have I seen you before?
Yes.
No face. Leo's, your Leo's thing. Sorry, no, that's no. I'm sorry. That was offensive for me.
No,
your Leo's. Well, you were Leo's guardian, yeah. You're his his robot bodyguard, yeah, or something like that.
Sure.
Okay. He's looking for you.
Where is he?
Well, he's in the thing. He came in a few hours ago, before the orcs attacked.
He was supposed to be out hunting.
Well, I don't know about that. But
I'm really
he's
sorry, I
in
can't
the
show you
bar.
where the tank is. I need to go shout at my son.
Is it feeling less threatening?
The crowd is starting to disperse. People are starting to spread out. You get the. You know what? Make a quick make a quick insight check actually for you.
Where's all these words? 17.
17. You get the feeling that, and again, probably from your experience in the road game, people have gotten better offers from some of the ladies in the crowd, and they are heading back to the inn that is the combination of 7-Eleven and Wild West
Saloon.
Tavern, saloon tavern. So the whole thing is kind of simmering down. You know, the barman and the madam have kind of diffused the whole situation. And
So I can go home.
yes, Redguard, if you can roll me a quick perception check, please.
I finished my
So yes, at this point you've kind of run up and you've seen everything kind of simmer down. You see kind of what you see is roll a perception check first, please. Right, so what you see. 15. You see a crowd is dispersing. You get the vibe that maybe there was something happening and now it's kind of stopped. You see.
Walking.
Still holding on.
Oh, I'm holding on to you.
You see
You should
Akora,
hold each other.
the madam. Alora, sorry, it's Alora, isn't it? Yeah, I can't remember how much. You see Alora. She kind of catches your eye. She flicks her fan. She's angry to it. And then she heads into her thing. And then she pauses, she looks back and says, and then she keeps going in. She realises that might have been misleading. She's like, I didn't your thing. And then she walks away. So you come across these four and Mycroft, the tiefling bar owner of the Lusty Prospector, kind of having this kind of discussion with them.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, Fedor is still. Fedor has actually stayed back with you while you were sending things. She was like, "There's too many. I'm gonna stay here. I don't leave him alone," kind of thing, in case he welches or something like that. But no, she's stuck with you. Since he's a hider. He's a hider.
I sort of run up, especially with my little dwarf legs,
Yeah.
and very heroically go, Mycroft, look out! But then come and deliberately stand right behind Mycroft, putting Mycroft between.
Are you warning Mycroft about the robot?
But then putting Mycroft
Okay.
between.
He turns to you and says, "Oh yeah, you don't know him, do you?"
I know what he is. He killed lots of people during the war. He's still trying to take over. I know the kingdom game.
Ah, he's fine. Look, he's gone off program. You know, he's not.
Right, he's got a program. He thinks he's got a son, Mycroft.
I suppose he does. I mean, I've never really thought about it that way. He sort of does a bit of like a.
Legal guardian.
Mycroft
stuff.
revealed.
I mean, he's a legal guardian. I mean, he's not, obviously he didn't birth it. I mean, I don't know how you dwarves do it, but like, that's how men, okay, so, we've never had this, with tieflings and humans and elves. There's the stuff beforehand, and then the lady one pushes out the child, and then that's the child, But that's not how, I don't know how the daughter, it's not how robots do it. But he's like he's the guardian, they're adopted. It's there we go. That's the word. That's what I've been looking for.
They come in eggs.
What? He looks at you. Sorry, Mycroft looks at you and says, "Wait, what comes in eggs?
Dwarves.
Dwarves come in eggs?
Yeah, I think so.
I did not know that.
That is what I have heard.
Do they come in a clutch?
No, the chicken. Oh no, sorry.
They come in a clutch, and
The
only
chicken.
one survives.
Make a quick deception check, please.
15.
So what happens to the others? The one that hatches first eats the others. Of course. Like the weird lizards out in the Badlands. Of course. Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So he's his adopted dad. Basically.
You've been drinking our special stuff again behind the bar.
Always. Like, I don't know if you know, we were attacked.
Yes,
We were attacked.
I know that's relevant, but I feel like we've gone a little bit off
What?
off where we need to be.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm going.
Yes, you know what, Michael says,
Go home right now.
you know what? Robot man, talk to me.
We were attacked.
Yeah, there were orc raiders.
I'm sorry, he locked me in a shed.
Oh. Well,
I did do that.
maybe it was for your own safety, I don't know. Like,
no,
they
it's
were...
the safety of the town.
Okay, sure. There were orc raiders. They had a big motorbike. They also ride giant hyenas.
Those
They
guys.
stole all the money.
That's right. Speaking of which, Tannis was trying to tell us that's where we're supposed to be going.
Yes, we've been to see the guy on the hill,
Money in.
Oh, you went to see Calfred.
and he said, go and get our things.
Now let me ask you, how much did he offer you?
Money.
Yeah, I know
No,
Calfred.
I mean,
I know
yeah.
Calfred.
How much did he offer you?
He solves problems with money. What did he offer you?
Money.
Yeah, how much money?
It was.
Oh, thousands.
Thousands.
Mm.
Thousands. That is generous for Calfred. He is notoriously tight-fisted. I'll tell you what.
How much did he offer?
I think you offered me 5. Was it 100? 500?
No, I don't know.
I think it's 500. Hold on, someone written it down.
No, it was 500 for the group.
500 for the
500
group.
for the
Because we asked for it
100 each.
each. and
Yes. He was like, haha, no. Classic Calvin. Look, let me get you a drink. You can talk to your son, and you can go off and find the talks. But yeah, come to the Lusty Prospector. Come on.
I grab Grook's face again,
You reach.
You reach up.
pull his eyes to my eye level. Listen to me. Focus.
Yeah.
We are going to go
We are
get
going
a
to
drink,
go and get a drink.
and then
And then
we are going to
we are
go
going to go.
and get the box back from the hyena bandit people. Drink. We're going to go and get a
We're
drink.
going to go and
Once I
get a
get drunk.
drink. Go to get a drink.
Let's
What are
go.
you,
now.
while they're having a moment, what are you two doing? So Mycroft's head off to his bar, to his pub.
I'm following Mycroft.
Yeah.
I will follow him.
Just keep your eye on him. Just watching him.
I'm going to stick to you, metal man.
This fucking robot.
Like
Yeah.
a nut to a bolt. You do anything out of line.
They
But they're really
Hey,
close to
screw.
each other, I'll tell you. Really close, that's what I mean. I don't mean, but it sounds wrong.
Are you responding to any of this? No, it's like Terminator walking towards this bar. Okay. You go in. There is a, people are full. There's a lot of the bar's full. There's a lot of drinking and a lot of kind of, ladies of the seamstresses sitting on knees, and there's all of kind of inappropriate touching.
Is it flashed up at all from the rid?
Yeah, it was a little bit bashed up. Not a lot though. You get the feeling that make a very quick perception check. You make a perception check. I'm assuming you guys after that discussion you're following it, yeah?
Yeah.
You're
I
not.
only have one,
Yeah.
so
So you two make.
Working on the principle that I've convinced him to go get a beer, then
Yeah.
You said one thing at a time.
Yeah.
one thing at a time.
You two make a perception check. So Tannis and Grook make
15.
15.
No.
No. Score.
12.
12. Okay, 12's enough. You look back and you can see that the wall by the door, by the swing doors, is now riddled with bullets. So you get the feeling that an orc maybe came in and everyone just went just blasted him. You are too focused on him. You are immediately scanning room for Leo, who is sitting at the bar with a glass of milk, following your very explicit instructions that you should never drink until he is 21.
Yes.
I think it's Thursday.
Because that is the drinking age of the kingdom. The Republic has a drinking age of 17. It's much more Republican.
There's no drinking
It's
age.
very
is there?
au fait.
What?
There's no drinking age.
There's no drinking age here at all. No. This is the Badlands where
Terrible for me
drinking age is
because I
ridiculous.
don't look old enough.
Yeah.
But I am 32.
So you see him kind of nursing holding a milk. He looks a little bit like confused. Confused is better than anything else, I think.
I'm walking towards the van.
You guys start to. Do you make any noise as you go up, or?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like
I,
a 300
now,
pound robot.
question. Do you walk just straight towards it regardless of any objects in place, or do you kind of weave around?
No, I
tables
go
and
around
stuff?
tables.
Oh, okay.
People should move their chairs.
Okay. There's a couple of hey, what? Kind of thing, and Leo kind of Garth, where have you been? And he rushes over and he grabs your arms. Now he's very tall. He's not a very short guy, and he's in decent shape. But he's like, oh, he's not like a death robot. So he's like, oh God, where have you been? What's happened? You were gone. You were gone for a day. You were like
Dwarf locked me in a shed.
And you watch this kid kind of look at you now. He's a 17-year-old human, blonde hair, kind of shallow blue eyes, healthy kind of shape. Clearly not unfamiliar with physical labor and like that. Looks at you disturbed, like, you locked him in a shed? What sort of monster are you? Why would you do that?
It's a dangerous weapon.
It's a dangerous weapon. It's a dangerous weapon. You raised me. You're the danger. What are you even doing?
He's not dangerous.
He's really not.
Really not.
That's it, yes. Look, all respect, I don't know you guys, okay? I don't know you. I know him, he points to you, and I know that this guy locked him in a shed for a day and a half. For a day and a half. What happened? How would you even, like, I've seen you, like, I've seen you in action, like, how would he even...
Oh, somebody shot me with a tank before.
Somebody shot you with a tank!
Yeah.
And he turns and he downs his milk and he goes, wait, what was that?
Yeah.
Were you there? Did you see? And he goes up to you. Did you see who shot him with a tank? Did you see who shot Garth with a tank?
I shot him with a tank.
What? You! Why would you? What? Why would you? And he's lost for words why anyone would just say, no, it's me. I did it.
I was shooting it
Garth,
near
this is the
him,
first time that you've heard this as well.
and he was there.
Leo turns to you like,
He didn't do a very good job because he hit me with a tank and I'm still here.
Oh, I didn't. I was shooting at the guys next to you. I hit
There
them.
were bandits nearby.
bandits?
I thought it was a statue.
Oh,
It's okay,
Well,
get
you-
another glass of milk.
I'm gonna get another glass of milk.
Get another
And he
glass
turns
of
and he
milk.
says, yeah, can I have a, you know what, leave the ball. And
Make it a double.
at this point, Mycroft has gone round the bar and he looks to you like, should I give him the bottle? Okay. So he pulls out a bottle, a glass full of milk and a glass and just leaves them there.
And I
It's like-
repeat, we are having a drink.
Yeah, well, would you like some milk?
No.
Oh, okay. He pours some water. Oh, jeez. I mean, I got into town and there was a walk attack and they robbed the place and there's people were killed. I just thought this might be where you would turn up when you didn't come back, and I was just so worried. And
I mean, you were correct. I did show up here after it was attacked.
I just didn't know.
Really?
To be fair, you were here the whole time.
It's fine.
Through the attack.
Also true, but it's fine. It's fine.
But it's not fine, is it? It's not fine. It's not fine, Garth. And he swills his milk and takes a sip and goes.
I've ruined this kid.
Biting. It's not fine because, like, you know what I thought? You know what I thought when you didn't come back that night? The next morning when I woke up. This morning when I woke up, I thought,
But I was dead.
I did, but that was the first thought. But the second thought wasn't like, oh no, Garth dead. It was, well, now I lose the farm. Because I can't support it. It doesn't. It needs you to plow the fields and to pick the things and like we're broke. Like
Yeah, you could sell him and get like horses and everything.
slavery is immoral. And I have some big problems with the mines
That was a test.
and the way they operated. Yeah.
Is
You
it
know what?
okay?
I make either a persuasion or a deception check.
But don't tell us.
Don't tell me what you're making until I know if you failed or succeeded.
11.
Were you making a deception or persuasion check?
Persuasion.
Then he goes like, "You might be all right, but like you know the farm is failing. You know that the water's not there. Well, there's something wrong with the earth, or I don't know. But
That could be linked to the thing with the tank nearby.
I thought about myself. I thought about how I'd just be lost, but not from an emotional perspective, from a financial perspective, from a making ends meet perspective. I know that makes me just like a bad person, but
It makes you logical. My suggestion would be that you let me go and kill a bunch of people and get a lot of money.
Hey, we're going to
wait.
do that.
Wait, what?
I heard earlier.
Wait,
We're going to go kill the orcs, and then I may or may not give the deeds to
So the
city
office
back.
was robbed, and the bonds for the town, the mine, that was all stolen. Everybody knows about
Oh,
We're getting a drink.
And like, I don't.
that. And then we're doing another thing.
And
okay.
Don't add and.
I don't. I'm sorry. You guys are. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna talk to this guy. What's? Can you
Really?
break it down for me, please? And I know you've imprisoned my father figure in a shed.
Can't imprison the machine, but carry on.
I'm gonna go back to you. I'm gonna go back to you, Mr. Horned individual. Sorry, Leo.
Hello, Leo. I'm Tanis.
Nice to meet you, Tennis. And he offers you his hand.
I shake his hand.
Excellent.
You know the ginger liquor is really weak.
What is okay? So let me see if I can. I'm trying to put what's happened together. I'm trying to connect the dots.
Then don't worry about the tank.
So okay, so we're gonna start post tank.
Post tank.
Okay, the town was attacked
Yes.
by orcs.
Yes.
On the hyenas.
Yes.
That's what I've heard. And a motorbike.
Yes.
Okay. And they killed a man.
Kill the man.
And they stole like the receipts or something. Like it's
Yeah,
like a big
important-
box of receipts.
Important documents. yes.
Okay. That's what I know.
Financially relevant documents.
Financially relevant documents. Yes, okay, that's what I've heard. Yeah, they're worth a lot,
Yes.
but not to anyone else. That was my understanding. They're not worth
Yes.
anything to, let's say, you or me.
No.
They're worth a lot to.
Well, they're worth something to me now.
Okay. Explain that. Explain what
Because-
you just said.
Me and my team, my compadres here,
Excellent. Dwarf looks around like, oh, you're talking about it? Okay, it's me. Okay.
will be paid to retrieve them and bring them back to town.
why did they steal them if they're not worth anything?
That is an excellent question, my lumbering friend,
That's a very interesting question for.
and I don't have the answer.
You
Okay.
deprive somebody else of them.
Because without them, the mine workers don't. It all collapses inwards, or something.
The mine will collapse.
It won't
Well, I mean,
collapse.
perhaps not physically, but like financially.
Financially,
Right.
yes.
So you guys are going after the orcs. You're going to get back,
We're going to deal with the orc,
The
we're going to
documents?
get back the stuff, we're going to get paid for doing it.
and then there's some money. How much money is that?
Enough.
How
Why
much
do you
money?
care how much money there's?
Well,
We
if
could do like,
if-
we could manage 50 gold apiece. from
if
the,
Garth is going, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting payload, then that's
A
a
five-way
fifth.
split.
It's a 5-way split.
Yes, so 250 gold, you could have a 50 gold check.
Well, I mean, 50 gold keeps the farm running for a month or so. Make a quick insight check to make a deception check.
Okay.
21.
Jesus, that's brutal. Oh,
11.
yeah.
I'm
So-
sure
so
you're
before-
more than
before-
happy with 50 gold.
Before you say that, Leo says, I mean, 50 gold will keep the farm running for a month. But I feel as though it's more than 50 gold.
No, I'm sure they'll all have 50 gold.
So everyone gets 50 gold.
No.
Yes, that's the lie. We will all get 50 gold.
Make a deception check. No, make a persuasion check because you're being
I'm not lying.
literal. And you know what? I'm going to say with advantage because you're a dwarf, and that's the kind of bullshit dwarf advantage stuff that you would, yeah. It's the legal wrangling that dwarves are well known for. Fantasy dwarves.
15.
15. He's like, okay. He doesn't not believe you, but he's aware maybe something's not quite level there.
On the other hand, they have a motorbike that we could probably sell for a lot of money.
I suppose salvage is a thing. I mean, look, any money would help. Any money would help. If we can get... I mean, the crop's going to be bad this year, but in a couple of months, we've got a crop coming in anyway. We can probably get to the next year after that, but it would be nice to have like a nest egg, like some money that we can expand the farm with, just to live on in a bad year. To find out what's going on with the crappy earth.
Which I could come and help with once we've dealt with this immediate scenario.
I don't think the earth is like possessed by demons. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that insensitive?
That
And
would probably be a really bad thing.
He turns to Mycroft. Mycroft, was that insensitive? Mycroft says, "It's not great." Oh, shit.
He means well.
I don't like. I mean, like you're not like you've got like the.
Leah.
No, not because of my appearance.
Are you?
Because of my skill set.
Oh, okay. Are you a farmer?
No,
Oh.
You an Earthman?
I'm a
You-
druid.
Oh. I don't know. Like, what do druids do?
I know.
Shit all, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
I will,
That doesn't seem a useful skill set, but okay.
Flash my eyes red again.
Okay, yeah, hold on. I've seen Mycroft do that. I know that one. That's not with your. That's because of the horns. That's not a druid thing. Unless Mycroft, you a druid? No. Okay, you see,
You could turn into a tree, I saw him.
you can turn into a tree,
Look, that might have just been a tree.
and you could put your roots into the ground, and you could work out why it was weird.
Michael, have you got any
Okay,
seeds or
that
nuts
could
or
work.
anything?
Or die.
Or you could die, and then we would know the ground is hostile. Yes.
Minecraft, have you got any seeds or nuts or anything?
He's got
like that?
peanuts on the bar there.
Because Mycroft, there's literally a bowl of peanuts like
Do something with them.
a meter away from you, just kind of
I
like.
will pick
pushes
up a
on.
peanut
Yeah.
and I'll druid craft it to sprout.
Is this the sort
Okay.
of roasted?
Mycroft looks at it and go like, wasted. And Leo goes like, okay, that's something. Garth, do you see this?
And
That's
then I'll
something.
stop
That's
it before
something.
it erupts into a
Okay. So, and he turns around and says, Mycroft, 6 milks, please. And Mycroft pulls out 6 milks and he hands them out. And he says, so, this is Leo, obviously not Mycroft.
Do not drink that.
To adventure! And then you'll clink. And I think we will cut for a break. Is this a good time? Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And we'll pause for break there. So we'll
Let's
see
all have some
you in
milk.
10-20 minutes. And after they finish guzzling milk, they will actually go on an adventure. See you in a bit.
I fin I for brindolas och I fin grasti colino, grasti trac felino, dolla che
Hello and welcome back to Roll Call, brought to you by LD3D and sponsored by Dungeon Frog with their really nice maps. I know they're really good. I'm gonna do that. So when we left our heroes 20 minutes ago, they were having a cheers of milk.
I was told not to cheers milk.
Because he's already drinking beer.
That's
a bad idea.
But he's not had. Oh, he has had beer earlier today. Yes.
I haven't managed to get a beer yet.
I got you a beer.
You had one. You had one
Right,
you had one last time. Yeah. But
I made us though to drink.
Yeah.
And just hand it to
Right.
Leo because I don't drink.
Leo just takes up because he knows you don't drink. Yeah.
I think Leo may have been the only one drinking.
So Leo took the
Now he's
glass of
got
milk. You watch as Michael kind of writes down, like he makes a note of how much milk has been ordered. Not consumed, ordered. Once he gives you the drink, it's your job to do what you want in the drink, but he sold it to you. So Leo turns to you and says, what's the plan?
Go.
No.
No.
Oh, you need to tell him what his next thing is.
Yes.
We're going to find the things.
No.
Okay.
The next thing is we rest.
What?
Okay.
I mean, okay, but that sounds like contradicts what we need to do.
Okay, look,
How-
my body can only handle so much magical energy coursing through it, and I'm pretty much burned out. I will
Yeah,
be no
I
use
can
to it
see
if I
that.
don't sleep.
How big's your truck?
What?
No, I know how big the druid is. He's sat there. How big's your truck thing?
My truck thing, what do you mean?
The secret thing under the tarpaulin.
Well, you've seen how big it is.
So,
You crashed it through my shed, remember?
When he- I know.
a lot of attention. You've seen the size of the truck. The truck is easily sort of if you were to put people in it, you would fit 10 people in it easy, and then a driver, and then a passenger seat, 12 people.
I don't sleep. We could just have you three lie in the back of the truck and I could drive it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not driving my truck, but I take your point, though.
I could drive.
We could drive the truck and these two could sleep.
I don't want to go in a truck.
Why not?
Yeah, what if we go in trucks?
They're not good for the environment.
Well, hold on. What do you mean they're not good for the environment? Says Leo. This is Leo. I'm Leo. What do you mean they're not good for the environment? They don't poo. It's better for the environment than horses. Horses poo.
That's good for the environment.
What kind of farmer are you?
Well, no, it's good
We
for
don't have
farms.
horses.
It's good for farms, but like the environment includes people, and people step in poo, and they don't like poo, so it's bad
Well,
for the
just because
environment.
people don't like it doesn't mean it's bad
It's not
for
the environment.
What are you
That's
talking
just
about?
bad
The,
for
the environment is everything.
That's society, you idiot.
The environment and society are linked. Look, I'm not going to argue. Okay, the famous Professor Al-Jabbar's Gore, his whole thing about the environment. Okay, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, please make a note. Al-Jabbar's Gore, or Al Gore, is a famous professor who knows about the environment. I'm just going to write that down because it's going to come up later.
I'm looking forward to the mission where we have to help out at the door.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys go in your demon
Hold
truck
on, Professor.
With his PowerPoint
And you
presentation.
walk.
I'll fly.
You can fly?
How fast can you fly?
No, wait. You're in pepper.
No.
No.
I could run pretty fast.
Alright.
Probably not as fast as my machine guns, though.
Can it go as fast as a deer?
Yes.
Oh.
That's an easy one, yes.
Can
If
go as
you
fast as a panther?
if you run it full power, yeah.
Never really tried it against a panther.
I can't turn into a panther.
Just roll an intelligence check.
Ben is
Good.
thinking, you're not a
What are
great
you
druid,
checking
are
I
you?
failed.
You see the
Decided the best place to rest is at home.
Okay, so you watch Crook kind of look at his drinks and just go like, stands up and starts walking out.
Crook!
He sleeps in the tent.
We could all go to Grook's house to sleep.
Hold on, he has Leo again. He has a house. Sorry.
Well, it says you're going home.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
I have to explain that.
Well, my move speed says I'm already at the door.
Yeah, there you go. So you're gonna have to stop him. You have to somehow
Yeah, so
force him to
just
stop.
stay together.
So you stand in front of him or what?
I want to make a
Yes.
sparkling mist in front of his face that slowly comes back round towards us with prestidigitation.
Okay. So,
My face.
You've got
Yeah.
magical
Crook,
powers.
as you walk in, there's something like a and it's not right into your face. It's a little bit off. It's about a foot off it.
What's he trying to do to me?
Just kind of blinks
Just distract you back towards us.
towards and boo boo
Crook.
boo boo.
Crook, look at me.
Crook
Crook.
is just
Look
waving.
at me.
It's like no,
Look
to my
at me,
face. I
Crook.
don't like
Come
it.
on, look at me. That's it.
Come on, rest.
Right, look at me. Yes, rest. Here.
And he sits down.
Did you say rest here?
You have rooms, do you not?
Well, yeah. We've got some rooms in the other side, but they're not like.
Well, you live here. You don't need to stay in here.
No, I'm not paying Mycroft for one of his rooms, no.
And you don't sleep.
Well, it's fine. Do you want to pay for one of the girls?
How much are we talking?
And also, you shouldn't be talking to me.
Yeah,
you know who you should be talking to.
You
I
shouldn't
do.
buy people, dwarf.
I think you just hire them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like the beer, you just hire them.
You get it back pretty
Do
fast.
you want it back?
When you go to the toilet,
I mean,
I get it back.
Mycroft, if I tell a Laura...
And then the tiefling just like a weird grin, like yes, and his eyes flash.
Good business sense.
You've seen his eyes flash before, but yeah. He's playing a bit.
So
Sorry, what you were saying?
we're going to rest
Mycroft.
here in town.
You were saying Mycroft.
I've sat down, I'm resting here.
Good.
If I tell Laura...
I'll
you
buy
can
the
have
hot
a beer.
dogs.
You said a sack of the beer.
If I tell Laura, you can...
I will now grab Grook's head and sit on the floor and say, now you're going to go rest
No,
over there
she's
in that big chair by the fire.
she's not. No.
It's comfy.
He shuffles over.
There we go. Got him to a chair by the fire. He can rest there.
I could fall asleep almost instantly.
Well, look, I'm going to charge him for that chair.
That's fine. I'll cover that.
Okay. Are you getting a room?
Yes. Because
Okay.
I am from out of town, so I require a bed for the night.
Okay. So I'm going to need some cash.
Sure.
I'm going to need to look up how much that is. In fact, that is in the player's handbook, and you guys have a player's handbook. Can you please look up how much a stay in a?
It's just
Like 10,
I don't know, it's
like
pence,
10
isn't it?
coppers or
Pennies.
something.
I would know. I think it's like a silver, but I need
It's silver for your high-end establishment.
It's not much.
This is not a high-end establishment.
Oh, I watched that Twitch you were telling me about. They just they spent 5 minutes just checking a book.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
We're just
Yeah, we're
we don't know.
I don't even know where
there are a lot of rules, and yes, while I could make something up, I would
Lifestyle
probably say like
expenses, is that what we're looking
30
at?
gold,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, oh, I can't afford that. Doesn't work.
That's over
Sleep on
time,
the
isn't
street
it?
then, and then they die.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah,
I don't
well,
want
no,
to die
that's
of
price per day.
accident. I want to die on purpose, obviously.
Oh, food, drink,
There.
and lodging.
lodgings. Here we are. Inn, stay. What quality of inn is this?
What
Would
are
you
the
say
options?
was-
Squalid, poor, modest, comfortable, wealthy, or aristocratic?
It's comfortable.
Comfortable, then it's going to be 8 silver pieces.
Wow.
For the
How many?
Uh,
How much
Do
gold
you
do
know
you have?
what?
'Cause
He's
it's
going to
so
charge you the
cheap.
full amount for your chair, so it's going to be for you two, 16.
He doesn't need to stay.
No, for you and him.
You and
Right.
Orc boy.
And the elf.
Oh, 32. No,
No, 24.
24.
Wow.
Are you and Leo going to stay
32
here?
the robot.
I don't sleep.
Yeah, but are you just going to stay in the bar?
I'll buy drinks.
As long as you buy one drink every half hour, done.
I'm going to stand outside.
Okay.
I know what your prices are like.
Just dress
24
himself over his head.
24 silver.
Okay, I will just pay the 24
Okay.
silver. Yeah.
Actually, counterpoint. I'm luggage.
Well, okay. So, interesting question. This is all my property.
Would you ever refer to
If you're luggage, can you be a legal guardian?
Yes,
No, you can't.
I can shoot bad people.
luggage can't?
It doesn't stop you not being a person or being luggage. Are you suggesting that you want to protect the inn for a night?
Yes.
Well, I don't feel the inn needs protecting.
Really? Because look at this wall of gunshots from
Yes.
earlier in the day.
And that was orcs, and they're gone now. This is all my
That
fault.
one's not gone.
Yeah.
Can you please make a perception check?
19.
19. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a fan just go. You see the. That's it. Do you, with your no eyes, does your perception slowly focus over to
Oh
that
yeah.
direction?
No, creep your head to it.
Yeah. Oh, you do the creepy head turn. You're not even
Yeah.
subtle about it. You see Alora kind of look at you with a thing, tap her fan, and start heading downstairs. She was half at the she was on the well, okay. Have we described the inn? I
It's
think
like the Western End, you
was
said.
it?
with-
It's the classic West End. So the bar is underneath. There's a walkway at the top with doors where the various rooms are, and there's two kind of curving things with the pianist. The pianist is not playing at this point in time, but yeah. So she starts to walk her way down the stairs towards, ostensibly, just into the main room.
I'm just following her with the head.
Okay, so your head reaches past your shoulder and keeps going. She sits down at a table.
My body turns creepily.
Okay, yeah, just to match the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
And start walking towards the
Okay. So, you bought a room. Fails bought a room. Have you just fallen asleep? You're like, okay. What are you and Fail going to do anything other than go to bed or what? Not. Do you go to bed in your separate rooms? Go to bed in your separate.
I might hire some company for the evening.
Okay. Make a quick persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, deception.
I was wondering if there was a barter skill, to be honest, but there isn't.
12.
12. You are able. No. Okay. So let's talk about tennis. Who is he after? What is he looking at? He's after some company for the evening.
Yeah.
He's
He's not
got
really familiar with company.
has he got a gender, a species,
He has both of those.
preference? Does he have a gender or species preference?
Oh, well, he spent most of his time around humans, so he's developed his taste based on that.
Sure, I get that.
It probably imagine the seedier, darker places in a city,
Yeah.
and those kind of ladies. Those are the kind of ladies he's experienced with.
Okay, that's interesting. So because he spent most of his life with some bad dudes.
Yeah,
Some
the more
bad
upmarket
dudes.
ladies is more cautious about
What
because
did
he's
you-
still like, I don't know how to handle these
What did
women.
you roll there?
What?
What did you roll?
I
12.
rolled 12.
Interesting. A lot of the women here are perhaps a little bit more than he maybe feels he can handle.
That seems about right.
They're a little bit. You would know this actually, Brengart. I'm not sure you've got a frame of reference. I don't think you do
I'm
either.
asleep.
You're asleep also. But you know that
Till he's
there are in fact actually you do know this. This is good information. You know that there are essentially 3 big towns in this area, of which Redcliffe Falls is actually the smallest, which have formed a fairly good kind of trade route kind of thing. They support each other.
Trans-Peter town.
Yeah, there's a little bit of almost like a county kind of building up in the centre of the Badlands. In the Surrendered Lands. Now it's limited in its expanses because of the chance that you might walk 10 meters to the left, and your whole flesh would just like fall off you because of the magical radiation. But there's some good, they closely they work together, and they've kind of raised all their games, as it were. Like the fact that there is a pseudo civilization out here where there is no law has enabled the ladies of the evening, especially the ones who work. I mean, there are obviously freelancers. There are freelancers.
Political, economic.
Look, political and economic stuff is key to building a world.
Yeah, but
You know,
we're getting a
that's-
whore as well, it seems.
That's how it works. Absolutely. Are you sorry?
I'm sorry.
It's a service industry, and therefore is affected by the economic sections of the earth.
Would you fill out the survey as you leave?
Yeah.
I just feel like maybe I don't want to. Have
You know that
Yeah.
you know that they are that. I mean, you spent some time obviously in the Republic, where squalor is perhaps a little bit more prevalent in certainly the big cities where you worked. I mean, yes, there are some freelance women who perhaps they freelance because they don't meet the standards that are required by Laura in the Lusty Prospector. So they are pretty attractive women. But there's people who meet.
Service miners.
There's people who meet. I mean, there's people. Well, there's ex-miners who come out with a big paycheck, and they are ready to blow their wad. Hey-o.
In more ways than one.
Hey-o indeed. So these women are there's a selection for any kind of taste or whatever. There's a couple of different species, as it were. There's a couple of tieflings, a couple of half elves, some humans.
But the takeaway is that if he's looking for somebody,
But if you're looking for someone like
Probably a little intimidated by these.
yeah,
flashy
you're
ladies.
fairly intimidated. I'm gonna say that
and considering this is where Allura works, she probably doesn't want you bringing in people who aren't.
yeah, you're not. Yeah, no, he's not going to be able to go out. With a 12, I don't think. I know it's taken a bit of time, so I'm sorry to get to this point.
No, tell us
I
about
don't
Constitution.
because I had to mentally work my way through what was happening. I don't think you are with a 12 are able to attract or connect with a woman of the night. I know that sounds a bit odd because you would expect that they'd be interested in the coin of the cash, but I think you're too awkward. You're too fumbling. I don't think you've got the swagger. You don't appear like
I can
you're
put the swagger on.
You don't appear like a customer. Yeah, you don't. Not with a 12. You don't appear like you're a customer. And to the girls who kind of seem that you are a customer, they sort of look at you and think, I don't think he's ready for this jelly. And I look at it and then
Wow.
they shift away. So you fail to catch the prostitute. What do you think? You go there.
Yeah.
Vanguard,
Well, I'm going up.
you're right home. You stomp home. Your hand has stayed up. It's there with a lantern. There's a stick in the ground with a hook on, with a lantern hooked on it. And you look at that stick and you know, we don't have one of those. He's been waiting here so long. He's built that. And it might be, you look at the top of the thing and think, I don't think that's a part that we have from the machine. He's actually used the forge in the back to make a lantern hook, to put on his stick, to hang out, for you to turn up so that he can stand there looming menacingly. And he's like, ring up, we've got to talk. We've got to talk.
What?
Firstly, this. And he points to the machine.
What about it?
I recognise that machine, Miguel.
Well done. What about it?
That's the mule that you told that group of kingdom servicemen the other day, travelling through, that you couldn't service.
I
That
couldn't say
it was destroyed and broken.
It's right.
But however, it has just burst through your shed.
Exactly.
So it could have been serviced.
No, well, they won't want a mule going through their shed, will they? So it's broken. They don't, yeah.
The shed is broken, the mule works fine.
Not if it's breaking through sheds.
please make you know what? I'm gonna make it a deception check. It's definitely a deception check. I love what you're doing, but it's definitely a deception check.
14.
Be that as it may, I've had a look under the hood. There are bits in there that match, and he pulls up a ledger. The extra bits that are missing from my stocks.
Well, that's not my fault. Machines have the same parts.
Definitely make a deception check. Again, because this is a whole new...
12.
Okay. I think it is your fault, my God. I think you've been stealing parts to build your weird machine.
Okay, well, when you prove it, we'll have this conversation later.
Well, that's very interesting, my God. It's very interesting that you say, when I prove it. Because who am I proving it to, my God? Who am I proving it to? To you? No, my God. That's not how it works out here. There is no law. This is my business. So, you're fired, my God.
Okay, good luck finding an engineer who can do what I can do.
I can do what you can do. I do it a lot slower, sure, but I can do it. So you're fired.
Okay, well, I'm still going to be staying in my house, so...
You have 24 hours to get your stuff out, or I'm going to get the sheriff, I'm going to get rid of, and he's going to say, "Oh, geez, son," because that's how I'm going to have talks. "Oh, geez, son, I've got to go evict a little half person, a little short ass, huh? A little bearded idiot." Yeah, that's what he's going to say.
You know, it's kind of working for him and the Lord at the moment.
Well, that's great, because you're no longer working for me.
Okay.
Evicted tomorrow, 24 hours. And then he takes his thing off the thing, and he heads out, and he comes back, pulls up the stick, it's like, "It's my stick." And he heads back into his room. So yes, you've been fired. But yeah.
I go up to my house, my
Okay.
shed,
Yeah.
and go shoot.
Okay.
It's also self-owned.
So, and finally, Garth, you are just standing outside, just like going on power save, are you?
Yeah.
Please tell me it's raining inside the site.
Oh, it's definitely raining. And also okay, at this point you realise that you don't have your poncho. But actually, because he's not left yet, Leo passes you. It's not that late.
Yeah.
It's like 8 o'clock or so. Leo passes you. I'm going to head back for it. So, what happened to the poncho?
Play back the conversation from earlier.
He just
Shot
like-
by a tank. Shot by a tank.
And also, I think the dwarf dragged me here, and he probably didn't.
Well, he wasn't very careful with it yet. Okay, I get that.
It's okay. We'll make another one.
Dwarf drag?
Well, give me a second. And he heads and you see him kind of walk up the streets, and he walks back and he goes into the general store, which is sort of the inn comes to kind of the corner, kind of there, and the doors are kind of on the edge, and there's the big parking lot, and there's the where you guys are staying, where you are staying, and they were staying. The kind of the seven, what's it called? No, the American thing where they have the ranks of like the motel. That's it, the motel kind of thing on the side. But on the other side is the general store, and you seem to head into the general store. And
There's a motel in this town?
the motel is part of the inn. It's the part of the Lusty Prospector.
Is that where I'm staying?
Yes, where you're staying.
That's okay.
You're staying across the road.
What
yeah.
have I paid for this?
Well, the
crappy rooms?
rooms upstairs in the Lusty Prospector are for paying clientele. Eyebrows. Whereas the motel section across the road is for people who are just giving cash to sleep there. And he comes back out with a blanket. It seems like a very heavy, kind of a thick blanket, and it's obviously raining, so he's getting soaked. And he gets a knife and he kind of spreads it out on the ground, and he cuts a hole in the centre. And it's a fairly big hole, like it's way bigger than your head. It's like kind of like this.
Yeah.
And he picks it up and it's like, and it's huge. But it's You're a giant robot, so it fits enough. Like it's a big poncho, and he looks up to you and he says, "That's not quite." And he clicks his fingers and he takes off his hat, his broad-brimmed kind of beige cowboy hat. And he goes around. Obviously, cowboys aren't a thing, but it's that kind of hat. he dusts it off and the rain keeps it with his hand. And he puts it on you. It's like, yeah, that's right. Good luck tomorrow.
You're far too sentimental.
He turns around and he says, we start there up and he turns around and says, one of us has to be.
Get home safely.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And he staggers off. Well, he doesn't stagger off. He's only had milk. He's had way too much milk. He walks off very strong-bonedly into the night. The next day, so everyone take a long rest. Regenerate all your hit points, all your spell slots.
What time do I fall asleep?
Raging. I'm going to think that you probably fall asleep immediately once you...
Yeah.
If you were told, sit down on this big thing and fall asleep.
So if I have to leave to go to the motel, I will pass him.
Yeah, you will.
If he tries to leave in the middle of the night,
Shoot him.
no, just stop him from leaving. You have to hold his attention and give him one clear instruction, which is to stay and wait for me.
Please roll an insight check. Tomo. Not Tomo. Spike. Tanis. I should use character names. Tanis. Roll a
Natural one.
Natural one. You believe that information is entirely correct and that you will follow that accurately. Garth, for the viewers at home, I am assuming that from what he told you, to hold his attention means shoot him and then tell him to wait.
Shoot me in.
Yeah. Shoot him like in a leg bit. Yeah.
The upper arms or the lower.
Yeah. Shoot him in the leg. Yeah. Garth, not Garth. Grook, do you wake up at all in the evening during the night?
So I decided I'll sleep 8 hours plus D6, and then I'm going to wake up at that point. So
Okay.
before normal wake up, I'm just going to set up 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Well, you were asleep for
10 hours.
For 10 hours until okay.
I only have to be inactive for 6.
Okay. So you, and also at the time you are aware.
Oh, I'm aware of my surroundings
Make a quick
entirely.
perception check, please, for the night.
12.
Yeah, you're fine. Nothing.
I
Nothing
get
approaches.
stolen.
You can get someone wake up when you've got a
You watch people kind of walk
double
out
park your robot outside the thing.
at various different times of the night and go off to their
Doing that
There
is
are various
representation
locations.
of your
And you, so 6, so you power up in like 2 in the morning, basically. And you're ready to go. You and, so Tanis and Rengart, you get up at about 4 or so. You've got an early night. You're getting up just as the sun starts to peek its way. Like there's the vague light before dawn.
So
as it
I'm
were.
actually later.
And you get up and you're like, okay, time to.
But we did go to sleep pretty early.
Back across the day. Did he leave?
No.
Good.
Fable joins you. She gives you a bit of a nod. And she's with you. Yep.
She's not very talkative.
I'm taking all the stuff that is actually my stuff and pounding it in the back of the mule, and then going around the island, taking anything that is useful and I
Amazing.
want.
Please make a engineering check.
What is it? Engineering is not a check.
Engineering's not a check. It's going to be you're right. Okay. Okay. So here's my question.
Yes.
Are you doing it quickly, as quickly as possible, or are you doing it? Are you focusing on like this bit's valuable and I need this bit?
Yeah.
So okay. In which case it's going to be an intelligence check, and yes, if you've got the tools, you can use your proficiency. 14. Okay. So you go around, you can get a fair good bits of pieces. Are you looking for like replacement parts for the vehicle, for the mule?
And improvement parts.
And improvement parts. Okay. I'm going to say, make a note. I'm going to say you get 14. You get 2 replacement parts. For mechanical purposes, I'm going to say they're what's the word? Just like generic replacement parts. Write it down on your stuff. I don't know. 2 generic replacement parts. So if anything breaks, you have 2 replacement parts.
Okay.
And I'm going to say you have 1 improvement part. But we're going to work out what that means outside of the context of this stream, because that's going to be otherwise it's going to be the rest of the session.
It'd be a weird thing to spend so much time on improvement parts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But prostitution was...
But prostitution was a lot more important to nail down. That was socioeconomic, guys. Okay. And then you head over to the... Now, do you just drive your vehicle over, or...?
Yeah, I'll drive my vehicle, yeah, and then just...
in which case, you're all here, including Grook.
That probably works me out.
You hear a... As you hear this rumble of the mule kind of pull up. Now, question: Have you named your mule?
No.
No, it's just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a machine. It doesn't get a name. Yeah,
Only the kids
of course.
names.
And it pulls up next to the Lusty Prospector. At which point you and Fable are kind of walking over from the motel area, and you obviously standing outside. And Grook, you wake up to kind of roar. And this is about 5 o'clock or so, so the sun is just peeking out. So you're
That's
very
okay.
early.
We've all got that many.
Yeah, you're all up. What do you do?
I'm just outside with the engine running.
Good. Hello. Hello.
Okay. Step 1, as always, it seems for me, is to give Grok his next instruction.
Okay.
Which is...
We are going to go and kill the bandits. Get on the truck.
He can't, he won't.
So he looks at the truck. He's like,
It's not that he's not getting on there, he needs to take care of some other business before we set off.
does he say that? No.
What?
Does he?
No, he just sort of, he's out of the door and he's down the side of the, he's looking for an outside sort of
Oh no.
Toilet?
convenience or something,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check. It's intelligence based.
Alright, okay. 9.
9. You're searching for a toilet. You are unable to find it.
I find the nearest bit of
You just push it
Yeah.
out. Question. Number 1 and number 2.
number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys watch as
I'm down the
literally
side of the,
like, right by the side of the inn,
Yeah.
like underneath a window.
yeah.
You watch Grook just like crouch down and start to defecate in the street. What do you do?
I get on the mule.
Yeah, Robot's like done. Back or passenger seat?
Back.
On the floor.
Yeah, back. He is not in the passenger seat. He's a deadly robot. He's in the back.
I can just
Okay.
sit in the side with my gun on my lap.
Failor takes a look at this moment and just goes, and gets in the back as well. And starts to prime her bow. No, prime her gun. That's prime's her rifle. You two,
Can I sit up front?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Passenger seat it is.
passenger seat. So you are the only person. Everyone else is in the vehicle. The only person. Are you still in the vehicle? You've not got out, have
No,
you?
I'm just sat
You're just looking, and everyone's there looking from this vehicle. As Grook slowly finishes.
Pull my loincloth up, touch all the belts,
Yeah.
wave goodbye.
Grok!
No,
Grok!
Brooke,
Get on the truck!
I'm not going back.
you won't.
You are.
I'm not going to go back.
We're going so you don't have to.
He's
He's having a moment.
He's having a moment. He thinks that they want him to go back to the old grid camp
Yeah.
in the truck.
So you watch Grook. Grook he's confused. He's unhappy. He's like, no, I'm not. Wait, no.
That's
No,
why I didn't
no.
take Champers. I had it yesterday.
So he
If he
seems.
finds me again, he's going to kill me like he killed Mum. So.
Well, then we'll kill him. I don't know who he is, but I'm on board with killing him.
He's not there. We're going to go kill other people.
Make a.
Persuade me.
No, yeah, no. Everyone make a persuasion check, and I would like. Oh, you two make a persuasion check, not you, because you're not trying.
Does,
And I would like Groot to make an insight check, please.
Can I give
It's
rather
going to be
than
an inverse insight.
Oh, a natural one.
Okay, interesting.
rather than me rolling and Spike rolling, can I help?
You want to
him
help
so
him, you want to advantage him. Okay, you roll to highest, roll
I
advantage.
am reassuring you.
What is your
meatbag.
wisdom skill?
13.
So plus one.
Plus one.
So you've got to beat 18.
Okay, natural 20.
Okay. So
We bond.
over your as you. Whoa. You know what? I'm going to ask you. I'd like you to roll play it. So yeah. So very quickly. Yeah. He
Right.
succeeds. He succeeds.
So what does my natural one mean?
Your natural one means that
He took that.
you were very very uninsightful. Basically, you were at the point where it would take a miracle for someone to persuade you. However,
He's rolled a
Yeah,
natural
it's
20.
natural 20. So the miracle came.
You seen him revert back to small orc boy who got kicked around the camp
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
before he arrived.
That's
From this
good.
like 7 foot meathead monstrosity who's like.
That's excellent. Okay. No.
Listen to me, listen to my soothing voice.
Tanis, I'd like you to take a moment and you watch him and you see this guy recoil in terror from this vehicle, and you see in that the same feelings you have for these vehicles. Like these are monstrous creatures of destruction. These are the folly of man against nature. You see
This
someone
world is a
you see someone who doesn't hate it. He's just so scared. You see the boy who watched his druid circle be destroyed by tanks
Oh
in Grook.
So you start crying.
man. Okay.
So use it.
Grok, listen to me. Now, bad things happen to you. Bad things happen to me too. Very bad things. We lost people, didn't we? Gone forever.
She's gone. She's gone.
But the people who took them, they're not gone, are they?
No.
They're still out there, aren't they? So we're going to get rid of them and make them gone. Then we will have peace.
And he sort of does that
From the eggs.
from front of the edge.
You owe it to those we have lost.
Okay, I think Grook's a bit far gone, but he's not. I don't think he's. I think he's malleable in his fear, but not overcoming it. So he'll follow you.
I know you're afraid, so am I. But when this is done, we won't be afraid anymore.
And he's gone blank. It's sort of
He's very neutral.
very neutral, yeah.
So you can.
Now get on the truck.
Does he go in the truck or does he just wait?
No, he's getting on it. He's getting on
He
it.
gets on, but he's very he's a blank slate at this point in time.
He's gone to his safe space.
I'll make sure I sit closer to the door than he is.
Okay, you were the first one on. So as Grook gets up, you stand up, and you watch Grook kind of sit down, and you sort of have to move and like slowly kind of shuffle him across, and then sit on the back. Because essentially the back is like a pickup truck, and that there's no real back to it. It just kind of opens to an empty bit. And there's a bit of a thing that you can kind of lock up and put in, but that's it. Yeah. Cool. So yes, you were all in the vehicle. Where do you go? What happens now? Driver? Rengar?
I just go the way that they went, but have we got anything more planned?
Well, let's go the way they went, and let's go. Let's start with that.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys saw the way they went.
Yes.
So to give a vague shape of Redcliffe Falls, there's the main road that runs kind of east to west,
Yep.
and then there's the secondary road that runs north to south, ending at the old forts or the docks by the river. You know that. You guys got attacked south of the crossroads on the east side, And you know that they went up north. You know you saw the guys fleeing north up that road. So that's the way you head.
Yeah, let's go as far as we can before we're uncertain what direction to go, and then I have a thing.
Okay.
Okay. So you head north. Can you guys please can someone make a survival check to try and track their tracks? I am going to say it is at disadvantage because it has been 24 hours.
And it was raining, wasn't it?
Yes.
Can we have
It was raining.
Philo make that roll?
I'm going to
It's
allow,
literally her thing.
because it's a very neutral thing, I'm going to allow Phil to make that roll. But with disadvantage because it was raining last night, it's been 24 hours. So the tracks aren't quite as clear as if you were set up a vehicle.
What am I rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
Wisdom
Yeah.
base. Wisdom.
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 She rolls 23.
Wow.
With disadvantage.
With this, she doesn't roll 23.
She rolls.
She rolls a natural one.
So fine.
Okay, so you drive for,
Nice jail.
let's say, 5-10 minutes.
Tell her
Baylor
when
is
you get back up.
standing on the top, kind
Watching.
of looking.
You've done this.
But she eventually says, I don't know where they've gone. But you're about 10 minutes outside of town. You're past the red cliff itself. It's still kind of there because it's a kind of big kind of mesa kind of situation, kind of running next to the road. The rest is kind of a big plain. You know that if you keep heading down this way, you're going to get to the mines, which is down this road.
Okay, I have a
Phaelor said, we're lost. We're not lost.
I have a
can't
thing I
help.
can do.
Well, now's the time for that.
It's
thing.
going to burn up a sizable chunk of my magic.
What are we doing?
On the other hand, if we don't find them,
Try and do.
The
Let's go around
bad
for
guys.
things. What are we following?
Well, at the moment, nothing, but he's got a thing.
Hyenas.
No, they're in the ground now.
No, the alive ones. The other ones.
Right. Alright. And I get down and have a look. Because I'm familiar with the tracks of the raiders, mate. The raiders, mate.
I'm going to say that
And I've got.
your familiarity neutralises the negativity. So,
Alright,
just a regular check, and it's a survival check, please.
18.
18. So, you see Grook kind of get down, you start to kind of scrabble in the dirt, looking at paw prints and stuff like that. Phaelor kind of gets out and looks what he's doing. And there's a bit of ways, it's a bit like he picks some like dirt from like,
Tasty.
yeah.
Or-
chocolate.
Focus.
And then he says, right,
This way.
okay. And do you follow him? Do you believe him?
Is that your thing, then? Using him?
No, let's do that instead. And that way I'm not burning any magic.
Alright, yes.
So you load up and you head off again in the direction you said. So you are kind of, now that you've got the scent, as it were, you're able to kind of see,
Concentrate.
you're looking at the focuses and you see that it goes on this road for another 10-15 minutes and then it veers off to the left.
I throw my pencil at the
You
direction.
guys veer off. I would like now, Rutgard even, because you are driving the vehicle. Question. The mule has 3 speeds. Kind of your general kind of easy kind of driving through town, 0 to 10 miles an hour. The kind of more kind of a medium kind of jiggling trucking along, 11 to 20, and 21 to 30 when you need to book it. What are you driving at?
Well, as we're still looking, just the middle.
Just the middle. Okay. So,
Yes, I
Yes.
question.
Especially with Dragon Breath engines.
Question. As someone who is metric based, did you charge the Dragon Breath engine before you left?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Good answer.
No.
Okay. So, can you make a note of this? Your Dragon Breath engine started with 20 charges.
Okay.
Okay. You get about an hour into the trip. You have spent 2 charges. So you're on 18 out of 20. As we go on. Can you please make a... You've got vehicle proficiency, haven't
I've got you.
you? Yes. Can you make a vehicle proficiency... I'm going to say it is... Now, okay, better question. Are you focusing? Are you trying to follow how he's directing you, or are you focusing on driving?
Both.
Okay, so as you're driving along, when he's saying, "Yeah, it's this way. It's a bit left, a bit left." Are you trying to kind of follow what he's seeing, trying to work out how he's predicting it?
No. If he's pointing left, I'm just.
So you are focused on the act of driving. Okay, make an intelligence vehicle proficiency test, please. 9. As you are driving along, you don't seem to like quite a big kind of outcropping of rock, and you hit it. And now I would like all of you to make I'm going to say either athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
One or t'other.
18.
I'll go with the one I have 0 bonus in.
Okay, that's cool.
And roll 19.
17.
17. 13. You're all able to hold on as the vehicle bucks a bit. However, it does take. You hear something kind of go loose, and you know that you have.
Scooter truck.
There's a chunk. Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
You hear. Firstly, you hear Grook says, "Well, it's skip the track. The engine skipped the track," and you also know that that's exactly what's happened. You hit something hard enough that some of the gears have come loose and you've skipped the track. It's hurt. Not like majorly, but it's no longer mint condition as you continue to drive. So, question. As you drive, who is looking out? 2 people come out.
I'm looking out at the truck.
You're focusing on the track.
We turned
So
off.
it has to be
the
these 2.
We've
Yeah,
turned
you've
off.
turned off now, so now you're kind of on rough road, so it's a bit more. It's both easier and more difficult to read because it's not something that's used regularly, but there's no.
And is it
kind of-
vegetation on both sides?
There's very bare vegetation.
And we
like
know that
the
the
occasional
war track
squid
came up.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know war tracks, so
So
you
I'm
are.
looking in case
You're
something-
looking for tracks more than anything else. Looking for those tracks kind of thing. You 2 make a perception check, or one of you make it with advantage.
We'll both make it.
Same that way.
23.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay.
You're right.
So, you, as the vehicle kind of cucumb, you're too busy like, oh, my hat, to focus. You have a moment, threat detected, goes in the air, and you slowly head up as you watch 2 shadowy shapes kind of in the air, slowly kind of move towards you.
I shout incoming and fire off a shot towards them.
Okay.
I'm trying to draw you then, but it looks
So-
so much like Robocop at the moment.
Can you all
That's actually pretty close to how
Can you all make an initiative check, please?
Yes.
Let's have initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we add to this?
Your initiative bonus.
I've got that written on here somewhere.
Yeah, it's Dex.
17.
It's Dex. That's your Dex. 17. So 17 for Grook. Garth.
11.
11. Tannis.
13.
13. Rengart.
15.
15. And Phalor. What is Phalor's? You roll for Phalor?
I'm not prepared for this.
Roll for
Maybe
Phalor.
Phalor can reach over
Right.
and just grab the.
She can't drag.
Just keeps on straight.
I can
7.
drag.
Total?
Total. 7.
Okay. 7. Okay.
Phalor.
So, Garth, you have the
The
one
one
shot,
shot,
as it
okay.
were. Make. What's your minimum range on your shot? Or your normal range?
My normal range is up to 80 feet. My
Okay.
long range is 320 feet.
Make an attack with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
320 foot pistol shot.
That would still be a 22.
Jeez, with the negative, with the
18
disadvantage.
and 14 on the
Oh, it's
dice.
brutal. Yeah, 22 hits. Roll for damage.
What we're seeing?
Well, at this point, you guys are
Blood
focused on
spray.
the. You've heard incoming and explosion.
How close are they to each other? Within 10 feet, would you say?
No, 15 feet. I said 15 feet.
I've just realised that Phalor's tracking check shouldn't have been at disadvantage.
Oh, because
She
it's.
has advantage, so the first roll would have been fine. 23. You maybe.
Oh, is their favourite terrain the Badlands, basically? Yeah, the Surrender Lands.
So 7 damage to one of them.
Okay. Okay.
In fact, I've got 2 per thing anyway. So the bullet, as it hits one of them, explodes
Yeah.
and does another 5 damage.
Okay, so 13 damage in total. Okay, so you as you watch the creature
You're sort of right next
take a
to it.
massive explosion.
Right.
And it's a moment where the creature goes and kind of swaggers down. Make a quick perception check, please. Since you're the only person.
It was Leo. Leo can fly, and he's just following
Make a
us.
fly. Yeah.
16.
16. 16. You see that there are figures on top of these things that are coming towards you. Now that you're getting closer, you think they might be big vultures, really large vultures.
The thing
Giant.
on top would have taken 5 as well.
Okay, the goblin on top will take a 5 as well. Okay, good to know.
It's a goblin.
Sorry,
I said
damn
the
it!
thing. I
Damn
said
it,
the
I've
thing.
given it away! The thing on top, yeah. Let me just.
Big scary vultures.
How loud is that pistol in the confines?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, you're not enclosed. It's an open top.
Oh, right, okay,
It's an
we're
open
on the
back
back,
thing,
on the back.
but it's still like a big kind of shot.
It's fine, I don't have ears either.
You do? You must have something sensory.
Well, I do, but it's all inside the...
There's no eardrums to burst.
Okay.
I
So
just
yes.
for a
So
Turn it down.
Is it...
Mute, bang. Sorry. There we go.
Oh, wait, I shot...
so is it 5 damage to the
to
the
the
rider?
yes.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
to the thing.
To the rider. Okay, so as you shoot the wasp, and you watch the thing on top, you see the flailing, which is how you know there's something on top of them. And then it goes round back to the top, which is the little creatures on top, and you see a couple of arrows come darting towards you. One towards you, and you're in the back as well, so one towards you. So, God is you, silver is you. Does a
How far away are they now?
disadvantage, thank you. Okay, does a 6 beat your AC? No. Does a that was the higher one, so the lower one. Does a 14 beat your AC? No. So a couple of arrows rain down,
And we're
and,
aware of them now.
and now you're aware of them.
I feel like maybe you were aware when I went incoming, bang.
So
No,
Brooke,
And
Brooke,
then
you
arrows
turn,
came in just that second.
Brooke, you turn around and you can see 2 big kind of shadowy shapes kind of looming towards you, what look like giant vultures. It also looks like there's a couple of creatures on top taking pot shots at you as you watch an arrow shatter down onto the ground against you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So they're in front of us in the direction that we're travelling.
They are behind you,
Behind us.
and they are a good maybe 120 feet behind you.
Wow. Well, totally out of range of anything I've got. I'll get a javelin out.
You could hold your action until we get close enough and then throw it.
It's going to be more than... How fast are they travelling?
Well, that's an excellent question.
How fast
So,
are they travelling? It could
the
be
vehicle,
pretty
yeah.
fast.
And now we get to
Well, if
different velocity.
If we're
Velocity?
moving 100,
Velocity.
if we're 120 feet away,
Velocity.
We're travelling at...
You're traveling about 20 miles an hour.
Yeah,
so
At the
they'll
moment.
catch up 10 as long as we only lose
They will
one.
they will essentially catch 10 feet a turn
Unless
6
they
seconds.
dash.
unless they dash.
And my javelin's got 30 yards.
So you're going to hold at this point.
30
I was
feet,
thinking of
man,
a word in
sorry.
the trigonometry? No.
I think it's 30 feet for a
Geometry.
javelin.
It is.
Yeah.
So you're holding your action. You can't do anything.
No, I've got 3 javelins though.
Okay. So that's Brook. Rengat, you are driving. Are you focusing on driving, or what's the plan?
Still focusing on driving. I'll crank it into 3rd gear and we'll go a bit fast.
Okay, you accelerate. Can you please make now that you are fighting against the things behind you, I'd like you to make a dexterity driving check.
Okay.
Add to proficiency for vehicle, but you know, just take it.
7.
7.
Uh-oh.
7 means you crank into another rock thing as you try to increase. You do increase the speed, but your vehicle does take another big hit. and you
First
feel it
upgrade,
kind
it's
of.
like a rock.
Grook, you hear a weird crunking from the vehicle. Do you know what that means?
Is the track that we threw earlier is coming loose?
There you go. You hear Grook say, "Track's coming on through loose." And you're like, "Yes, I hear that." Yes, I know. How do you know about this thing?
Track comes off, we're just going to stop.
There you go.
Or not.
He's
I
not
feel like
incorrect.
no matter what the situation.
Tice, however,
Yes?
with that move, you have gained some space on the vultures. You seem to be now actually pulling away from them. Tice,
Well,
what are you holding? You can't just hold your turn.
hold on.
You just hold- I just like to hold on.
I can't do anything with them.
Okay, so you brace basically.
Unless they get real close, like
Okay.
real close, like they're attacking me, you know, in melee combat. Not much I can do.
Okay,
Take
so
a
I'm
dodge
gonna
action.
say you're holding with the dodge action then. Yeah. Okay. Which brings us to Garth. Garth.
Say my name as though it's
Garth.
Garth. That's the reaction I get in town.
Garth. Robot man. Lean in.
Shoot the one that I shot at before.
Okay.
Shoot at him. 20 to hit.
Jesus. On a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You're right. Grook power gainer. You hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. I do not roll a d20 for damage.
No.
That'd be silly.
2d4, man.
I'm not
2d4.
power gaming damage.
No. And I'll use my second arcane shot.
To.
Do another 2d6.
Okay.
So everything within 10 feet, including itself.
Jeez,
Can I see that there's
So the
stuff on the
first
back of
guy.
these birds?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You
The
saw
guy.
the list amount.
Oh, the arrows, yeah.
You saw the arrows, yeah.
The vulture I shot takes 12 damage. The rider on its back takes 3 damage.
Okay, so 12 damage to the vulture, 3 damage for the goblin.
And I assume
Okay, so as your shot goes off, as you kind of like, and I assume Tannis, you're kind of watching this as this robot man kind of like taking a shot already. There's a moment where he's like, and he pulls his gun, and you watch a blast of arcane energy. You watch a pulse of weird, kind of spectral, multicolored light punch out of his gun, as you would expect like smoke to normally punch out. There's a glow of weird, of unnatural power as this bullet kind of punches out, and you watch the vulture explode in a cacophony of energy, and you watch this creature from the back, kind of like there's a moment where this creature's like, and then it is torn apart by arcane fire, and then you watch him pull back the thumb trigger to just load another bullet in. You watch his hand slowly switch the creature.
Nice.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, very quickly.
Oh no!
They're fucking dead. Phalor. Phalor's looking up. Now, she's got a rifle, hasn't she? If I remember correctly.
Well, I have her as a.
She has a bow.
She's a bow and a
She
rifle,
got
doesn't
one
she?
at the end of the last episode.
Yeah,
She is-
but I don't have those details.
No, no.
But
But what is she going to do? She does have a rifle. She also has a longbow.
what's going to do more damage?
Well, it's going to be the rifle because it's a
It's
Okay.
a rifle.
Is it her
And
bow?
does she have proficiency with
She
that
does have proficiency with
and
rifles.
stuff?
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
use something
What's the range on a rifle?
I don't know. I don't have.
Okay, what's the range? Oh yeah, you're right.
200
What's
meters.
what's the range on a longbow?
150 is standard, 300 at long.
Okay, so you're pulling away, so it's going to be long. So roll 2 and go for disadvantage.
Okay.
Put Hunter's Mark on it.
What's the range on this mark?
34.
Just as what.
Yeah, 30 feet is not far enough.
So, really? Thought you just designated the target you were finding.
Within 30 feet, I think.
I think
It's pretty
it's.
useless
I
for a
thought it
longbow.
was. Yeah, I thought it was longer than that.
I mean, you have the book in front of you.
Let's check.
It's literally
There.
on the
What is
Hunter's
that?
Mark page.
90. It's 90 feet from
Oh
the
no,
Then
you are still outside of this mark.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm at disadvantage. She's
You're
at
disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll 2 with the highest.
So
Son.
it would be the same bonus as she
Same
has
bonus as
to
a regular
bonus.
longbow, yeah. Because she's got proficiency and she's dexterity based.
Okay, so that's 16.
16 hits.
Excellent.
So it's a rifle.
What's the damage on
The
it?
damage on a longbow is D8, isn't
D8.
it? So 2d8 plus dexterity.
2d8.
Yeah.
Okay. And after this point, I will also be taking a twin strike.
Okay. Which is the second shot, is it?
15 plus dex.
18 on the one of them.
Okay. She's shooting on the vulture, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yes, well,
Yeah.
she can do, and the second will be on the rider.
Okay.
Because it has to be immediately adjacent.
Do you get it? Do you hit automatically, or has that work?
No, you get to make a second attack.
Make a second
basically.
attack. Still at disadvantage.
Where's my dice gone? Damn it!
It's still very good.
So, what was it? 18.
18 hits. Roll for damage. 2d8 again, plus your dex favour.
12.
12, okay. So you watch her just kind of like, she's in the back as well, she takes a knee. You watch her kind of take a moment as you watch the vulture take it. And as the vulture kind of swoops down to compensate to get the lift again, she kind of follows the goblin for a moment, the creature on the back even, I should say. They're goblins. You've yet to identify them as goblins. And you watch it kind of watch it bow, and just before it before it hits the bottom, just before it tips up, she shifts the gun a little bit lower. She just goes, and you watch and you can almost you certainly you are you're the
But yeah, I'm
shooter.
also following it.
You're watching this this perfect shot of this shot just like takes this goblin off, and you look down at her and she's like. Gives you a nod, and she goes back to following the vulture. And the goblin is punted off the side of this vulture. Splat. It is then the vultures go, and the vultures will attempt to close, but they fall further behind, so they're now a good 200 feet behind. They are falling, but they are still following. Back to the top of the round. It is Grook. So Grook, they are losing. You're watching these guys murder these vultures.
I turn around to look back at the road to see if there's any sign of ours or.
Okay, make a survival check, please. Just a regular survival check. 13.
No, sorry. 11.
11. You watch. You can see the tracks keep on going on. You think you know where they've gone. You're not entirely certain. You feel as though there's not an easy kind of turn off.
So I'm banging on the roof.
Slow down, I can't see.
Okay. Yep, and that's entirely accurate. Grook, that is you. Rengard, you're a driver.
Well, I imagine if we throw a tread, we're probably slowing down anyway. Yeah.
You're starting to kind of.
There's
There's a bit of a sound. You're still able to keep up the speed, but you're worried that if you maybe make a quick engineering check, just a straight intelligence check. No, a straight check plus proficiency. Yeah. 10. You think that if you keep going at this rate, you might cause more damage.
We'll just ease it back, man.
Okay, so use it back to the regular. Okay. So firstly, you lose an extra thing of power. So you're on 17.
Why are we slowing down?
But you have now slowed to back to
We'll stop.
back to kind of 15 to 20 miles an hour. Yeah, just like okay. But you know that you're confident you're not doing any more damage then to the vehicle. Garth, you okay?
No.
No, Tannis, you're good. Sorry, Tannis, you're good.
I hold and take a dodge.
He's like, okay.
Holding on tight,
Prepared
but also
for
going.
something to swoop at me,
Yeah.
but
Garth, okay.
I'm holding a shot for if they continue to try and follow us. I mean, they're just birds at this point.
Okay, so you've slowed. It is actually it's Phalor's go. What's Phalor go?
she shoots. Again.
Roll the thing. With disadvantage still.
They're just birds.
Are they both goblins dead?
12 hits, 12 damage.
Pretty sure so. Both goblins are gone now.
Both goblins are gone.
Pretty,
Still big birds, and for a small person, I'd say
9.
Fair. They couldn't carry
9.
me away.
Yes.
Okay.
And is the second one adjacent?
There's only one left,
Oh.
and she kills it. So you watch as Phalor kind of like and takes another. incredibly good shot. As the only other shooter, you are able to appreciate that.
Not as good as mine, but
I mean, your machine is not designed to shoot the same distance as hers, but she is doing some damage, and you watch as it kind of punks through this creature's vulture, and it sort of goes and starts to spiral down, death thing. So yes, you are still kind of trucking along at a good 20 miles an hour. The threat seems to have disappeared. What do you guys do?
The threat's disappeared. I'm stopping because we need to fix the thing.
Okay, so you hit the brakes. Do you hit the brakes slowly, or you slowly stop it?
Yeah, slowly.
Okay, so you slowly kind of,
great.
and you get out and you have a look at the vehicle. Make a quick engineering intelligence check, please, with your tool.
can I jump out as well and start looking?
In which case, do you want to help him or what? Or what are you
I want to
looking
wait
for
for him to fail and then do it myself.
11.
11. Yeah, it's damaged. It will take a bit to fix, but it's damaged. Make your check to again see how damaged it is.
Is that just spare tracks?
That would be a 15.
15. Okay, yeah. So you can see it's fairly severely damaged. It's on 78 out of 100 HP. So it's taking some hits. So you've got some options. You can just attempt to repair it regularly. You can use one of the spare parts to increase the repair roll, or you can leave it.
What's the track that's damaged?
The track that's damaged, yes.
Well, then I'll still just wrap it around the wheels.
Okay, you're just trying to
And then-
kind of lock it tighter.
Yeah, and then mage hand it. Not mage hand.
Mend.
Mending. Yeah.
Read me the rules for mending.
A single break or tap.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's only broken in one place.
As long as it's broken in one place. Okay, so
Multiple bits.
make a engineering intelligence check, please.
16.
16. Okay, so while it is broken in multiple places, you are able to position in such a way that you can repair it tight enough. Roll a d20 for me, please. 4. You repair it for 4 points of damage. So it goes up to 82. But you're confident that it's not going to throw a wheel or the continual use of it's not going to cause any more damage.
Yeah, don't crush
It could do better work, but that's going to hold. It's a good patch, basically.
I wait until he starts moving away and then just try and fix those last little bits myself.
Okay. I'm actually going to make an engineering check with disadvantage because you're working on someone else's work.
They're both 8s.
Okay.
So 14.
14. Roll a d12, please. 2. You're able to add a little bit of polish to the whole thing, bring it up to 84.
It's really broken in there.
So he just kind of tightens a couple of bits and pieces with his rubber hand. So yeah, you're out in the surrounding lands. It's if you look around, it's kind of a desolate plain, bits of rock, you need occasional rocky outcrop. You're well past where Red Cliff Falls and the other 2 towns are down south. It just looks as though there's really no desolate nowhere. There's some kind of rolling hills heading to in the future, as it were, forwards from you. What are you doing?
Oh, we're still going in the right direction.
Do you want me to drive and see where we're going?
No, don't drive. Just don't point me in a rock when you're telling me to turn.
You're the one hitting the rocks, at least I can drive.
Make a survival check, please, Brooke. 14. You can tell where the tracks are going.
I can.
Yeah, you've got a good idea. While you couldn't really pick up the hyenas, which you assume will be going with them, the track is an easy one to.
And it's staying on our track that we're on.
Yeah, it's heading off into the hills.
And we're on a track.
Yeah, you're about midday now. It's been a couple of hours since you've kind of driven. You've got the idea. Well, you're not on a track. The only track you've got is the track that
we're following them across
You're
the
just following that thing, yeah.
Right, okay.
And while it did rain last night, the vehicle was heavy enough that you can still follow its track.
Because it's got across, because it's crushed.
Because it's cross country, yeah.
It's crushed bushes and
Yeah.
smashed its way past them.
Yeah, unlike the hyenas, which have kind of padded around the place, the track has to roll on a very specific. So yes, you've got a good idea about where it's going.
It's good, not we?
You guys?
Carry on.
Okay.
Okay.
That way it is.
So you head off. You drive onwards towards the thing. You watch the sun slowly rise into the sky. It's bearing down on you for a good couple of hours.
Driving
Drive.
fast to short
Drive. I'm going to say yes. If you want to, each of you can take a short rest. Apart from you two, because you are tracking
Right.
and you are
Oh,
driving.
I'll just take a short rest.
But you two and you, yeah, make a dexterity with disadvantage. Oh, you crash. And you start to make a quick survival check, please.
Can't go any faster than a 1. Naturally.
Okay,
roll
so
the
you
one.
are confident this is the right way. This is definitely the right way. No issue about it.
No issue about it.
But you're starting to come into the foothills of the mountains. The track that you're following starts to kind of wind as it tries to work
We
around.
are following that track.
Oh, the track of
The
the
trail.
vehicle.
Are we on any kind of road or?
No, you're not on any kind of road.
So what are we following? if
You
I've
are
just lost
following
it?
the tracks.
We're following the path of
You're following the
destruction.
tracks of the motorbike,
Yeah,
or the trail that the motorbike is leaving.
I'm sure
You're
I've
not-
followed that.
But you're not following a track or trail in the way that is a permanent track or trail.
Okay, so
The English language
I'm sorry, where are the
does not
signposts?
quite have the specificity that I'm requiring in this situation.
the
I think it
spore
definitely
of
does,
our
I'm just going to do this.
Strongly disagree. So yeah, you are following.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not following it, are we?
No, we
think
are.
we're following.
We're following you.
Definitely following. I can definitely see.
So you guys continue to head up. Can everyone please make a perception check with disadvantage? Disadvantage.
Does Failor get a roll?
What? Phalor does go roll as well.
Well, mine is a natural one.
What are Phalor's? She's a ranger.
Yes.
What are her favourite areas or enemies?
Favoured enemies are orcs, handily,
Okay.
and dwarves.
She is not rolling at disadvantage.
Gas.
It's not great.
That's all.
What do you get? What do you get?
Wait, what was the roll?
9.
9.
Perception.
Perception.
6.
8.
And that one.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so you guys continue to rock up, but we're at kind of midday or
Surprise
so.
round against it.
Well, it's fine.
We're all going to sing along in the back.
And you turn a corner as you kind of come to this kind of what now starts to look like more of a path, more of a regular use path.
So we're following
You
the
come
track
round it.
down the path.
Shut up. You come around the corner, and there is an orc standing in the road. He's standing like this. He's got two kind of massive bladed gauntlets on his hand.
Really running down.
I want those.
And he just says, he says, "Oh, go up!" You speak Orcish, right?
Must be Corkish.
Does anyone else speak Orcish?
Failor.
Phalor does. Phalor and you here. Stop, intruders!
Go!
He wants us to run him over.
Go! Go!
Stare him down.
Okay, accelerate.
Deliberately
Yeah.
make commotion. I'm imagining he has got some sort of rudimentary gear
Yeah.
type thing of really putting it into gear.
Okay.
Taking as much time as possible without breaking my eyes.
He stays there.
Yeah.
He stands there.
And then just really
Okay.
pulling into
The orc is a big, well-built orc. You can see that there is kind of white powder kind of sculpted across his face and kind of in big kind of tribal lines. Stand like this. Make a vehicle check, dexterity based this time.
One.
17.
Why are you dexterous?
17.
16, so not
16,
not
okay.
that bit.
I'm
still dexterous,
Okay. Okay. So as you drive towards, your plan is to just drive forwards, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. As long as this orc is like,
Obviously, if he moves and not driving them.
he's like, oh no, and he tries to jump, but he is too late. Please roll 2d20. No, hold on. Medium speed or high speed?
No, high speed. As fast as
Yeah,
you can.
2d20, please.
Do you want the total or the height?
Please.
Yeah, which one?
Please.
Do you want the
Total, please.
Oh, well.
8.
8.
Just over his toes.
Okay, so as you you crunk into him, he goes like, "Ugh!" And he gets spun aside and he falls to the ground like, "Ugh!" He starts to pick himself up.
Keep
What was this? Okay, so
Sickle him as we pass.
okay, so attack roll with disadvantage because you are on a movement between trying to make a melee attack.
Losing even if I hit, to be fair. Because
What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing? Are you doing anything as you drive
I'm
past?
urging him to carry on driving him.
Okay, and are you going to do anything?
Oh, I'm 2.
I imagine I'm.
You're like,
I imagine I'm stuck behind the driver at the where.
yeah, that's how I see it as
Please
well.
hit though.
2 misses, so you slice away. You would like to make a shot?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's still a disadvantage because you are moving so quickly past it. You're at full speed.
11.
11 does not hit. So you take make a note. You take 5 shots. Yeah. Your shot puncts by his head. He starts to pick himself up and starts to kind of almost try to run past you. But if you're heading straight off, at this point the road no longer swerves. It just seems to kind of run off, like you reach the top of the hill, and you're able to within kind of 20 minutes or so leave him behind.
Still glad we avoided that situation.
But now you feel as though you've reached orc territory, definitively, the Badland area. Can Grook make another... No, can Grook and Tanis make a survival check, please?
Okay.
Tanis, I'd like you to make it with advantage, please, actually.
Okay.
That's because he just really likes you.
Grook, what'd you score?
18.
21.
21. As you guys are heading down this track, both of you realise the tracks, you seem to lose the tracks, but also the vegetation seems to be dead at a certain point, and you are heading straight towards this.
Alright, I'm doing the stop signal.
Dead zone.
We've
Oh, stop.
banging the dwarf on the head.
Stop.
Dwarf,
That's,
make a dexterity vehicle check, please.
It's hard to stop a vehicle when you're being hit in the head.
Yeah.
Stop.
Also,
No,
you're still at high speed as well, yeah.
Natural 20, yeah.
Natural 20, okay, so you slam on the brakes, the whole vehicle.
No, he's only put handbrake turn and spins it.
The handbrake turn moment. Can all of you please make a acrobatics or athletics check?
It's a natural 20.
I'm going to allow you to
Stop
do it with
Relatively
advantage.
smooth, sure.
With advantage because of the natural 20.
16.
20 for me.
13.
And with fail?
16. No, mine's 16.
Okay.
What am I making?
That's acrobatics
Athletics
are
or acrobatics? Acrobatics is 15.
15, okay, so you're all able to succeed. The vehicle kind of slams in, there's a moment where you're do any of you have long hair?
Bald. I've got some pictures of
Phalor has
Oh,
long
right,
hair.
Phalor
Yeah,
has.
so
As do I.
there's a
Oh.
moment as Phalor kind of like jerks forward and you see her hair kind of cross what appears to be almost an invisible barrier. And you watch her hair, the bit that kind of crosses over, just like twist and age and disintegrate. She pulls her hair back and there's an inch or so off the block that just passed down. Okay.
Dead zone.
Can you all make an Arcana check, please?
I don't even know how to spell the words.
You and you, can you guys make an advantage, please?
Who?
These two, not you.
Oh.
You spot it, so
23.
23.
Sharp,
7.
19.
19. You know this is one of the dead zones.
And 17.
So you know this is one of the just the dead zones that are in the wilderness. You guys know that this was created by a magical weapon. You know there's something. You know the Sunderland is full of awkward interactions between incredibly powerful magical spells or devices, and sometimes one wins out, sometimes the other wins out. Sometimes they combine together and just vaporize an area. You know there are patches around this Sunderland where life does not grow. You know there are patches where it's just glass. You know there are patches when you walk into it, you can eat yourself and you have to fight yourself. And there's an older, more experienced self that you fight. And also, if he kills you, he will disappear. And if you kill him, you know that eventually you're going to have to turn up and be killed by yourself. These are the darkest shapes of the world that you are having to deal with, and this is one of those patches. It appears to be one of the most benign areas, which is you can just die when you walk into it. It hurts. Welcome to the Slenderlands. And I think that might be a good point to call the evening. So we'll pause there. Our heroes on the edge of a dead zone, following tracks from the orcs who stole all those valuable bits of paper, having just escaped from a champion, just not running him over. Pick up there probably next time. So yes.
How much XP do I get for taking the dumping?
We'll do XP after. We'll do XP after the thing. Don't worry, your dumping will have some advantages. So yes,
I should
from
have said that before. I mean,
We've all
LD